All right. First set here of your Jeekly 98. DrDoom coming in here on the Nago, seeing them previously inside the Jeek League in other tournaments. Got a couple of top 8s under their belt, but we have Marjorie on the other side with that Millia coming in here, getting a nice little cross up into the burst bait with that close slash 2H. Gonna get us a nice little knockdown here. Start that patented Millia left-right pressure.
So we got finishing it off already with this JD. Started off with that cross up, was ready time with that PRC to see the burst. Marjorie definitely with a strong start there. Both of these characters are going to be ones where it's going to take a round or two before you figure out how your opponent wants to play. DrDoom going to try to keep that Millia down from being above you, looking good with that 2H.
I mean, you couldn't be more right about that, Jeek. Both these characters rely so much on reads in their neutral. Speaking of that, a nice little reaction there from Doom, trying to set up this high blood gaming, fly swatter meet fly gaming. But now we gotta wait for a chance to get back in the situation. Allowing to get the situation, the JD gonna be able to catch us out of the air, and Doom tying up this round count one apiece.
Yeah, I turned the audio up a little bit, y'all. Let me know how that sounds. Oh my god, Shizu won, lining it up for that anti-air. Great stuff, gonna get that safe jump there in the corner. The flex shield pushing it back though. Sinclair getting a chance to get this H disc set up. DrDoom gonna have 50 meter here, not getting a chance to get this wake up option. Sinclair catching with some lows and sending to the wall.
Oh yeah, now we got that positive bonus on deck without the pension penalty. Back down backing. Both these players being so patient. Doom looking for a chance to counter a toke with these big normals, but Marjorie trying to find a way in. 5K gonna allow us to convert into that 2K 2D, but now one hit for both these players. Lust Shaker into the RC, close slash 6H. Are we going to have enough to kill? Sajam says yes. I would have got my channel points there. Marjorie gonna take that first round.
Great stuff right there. I like how it started off with that hair needle red RC, right? You got like, what is it, 12 hits, 18 hits? I'm not going to pretend like I know. Crazy amount of strikes coming out from that special move. Having that red RC confirm after. It started off with that JH connecting. Unfortunately, didn't get that full follow-up after, but was able to pick it up still with that special cancel. Normally, you're doing it to keep yourself safe, try to space yourself out after. But of course, if you get one of those hits, you can hit confirm into that red RC and finish off the round. DrDoom here, bringing some sort with the Beyblade.
I mean, the burst coming straight out right away. Already seen what Marjorie can do with this really strong left-right high-low mix that Millia can present. Doom not wanting any of it. 2H gonna come out here. We're gonna get a lot of chip damage on these normals. Gonna have to force Marjorie to make some type of approach with the left-right JH combo. Gets 6P'd out, but Doom not able to confirm. Such high blood, not able to really use these specials, but gets a nice little call out. Tries to get the burst, but delays just a little bit more than we thought. Credit card install coming out here. FICO, Discover, trying to get something started here. The JH gonna allow us to hit. We're gonna need to buy back on that loan anytime soon, sir.
A 2H whiff finishes you off with the S disc. Either player's game, especially if that normal connected, may have just been enough to kill off that alone. But Sinclair keeping on top of that S disc. DrDoom with another good round start here, getting that anti-air, putting this Millia down in the corner, keeping this pressure up. Trying to stagger out these normals, but the FD was very good from Sinclair. Oh my god, almost picked up off that 5K.
This awareness for these JDs coming out here from Doom is so great, but we're just seeing these grabs, these hard knockdowns convert into H-disc setups. Gonna be able to give Marjorie a little bit of positive bonus here. Doom trying to use some type of button, sends that clone out, trying to get something started. The far slash is gonna connect, but the blood pop is gonna happen. We're gonna have to burst, and Marjorie able to call it out quickly. Gets a nice little 2 rounds off the board and goes up 2-0 in the set.
Great stuff right there. Unfortunate checkmate situation there for Doom, right? Like, you had the blood pop. It was on Sinclair already being knocked down, so it's not like you can keep the combo going off of it. And then, yeah, you had the burst at some point. It was just about Sinclair being right about when you were going to press it. So strong stuff. This Millia on top right here. But those rounds could go either way, to be honest, with how much damage you can just chunk out real quick on that Nagoriyuki. Especially because DrDoom has had some very good moments where we've been right, especially with those 6Ps.
I mean, and after 2 quick games like that, you're down 2-0 in the set. I see exactly what Doom is doing here. Trying to just take a second, breathe, try to understand what Marjorie has presented throughout these sets. I mean, Reverse sweeps are definitely still possible in Strive, especially whenever you're playing on a character like Nago that can get those high bloods, get that high damage, especially off of 1 or 2 hits.
First connecting here. I gotta say, the Shizus have been great here for DrDoom in terms of how much they've been connecting. It's been a very good anti-air option here away from this Millia. The JH does connect, just trying to get that close slash pressure after, and it pays off here. Got the Nago in the corner. Does get a throw here. DrDoom has 50 tension in a great spot with that back throw. Gonna try to confirm this time. Fully commits that burst bait. In an earlier round, DrDoom paused. Sinclair delayed it. This time, DrDoom said, I am holding down back, homie. I'm going to bait this burst.
It's just going to let him fall all the way to the ground. And I believe, one thing that I've seen Doom do really well across these sets is manage that blood well. Such awareness for where they are on the blood gauge. And as we can see here, high blood, but it doesn't affect us. 2K going to allow us to get some kind of OTG, a little bit more damage in this matchup. The PRC going to come up. We're going to have a lot of scaling on this combo, but the actual damage itself isn't what matters here. It's that ability to get that positive bonus.
Oh, counter hit on the Beyblade. Sinclair trying to go for a special move, probably to get up and get that neutral started. That 2H being a little too preemptive. Sinclair able to call out with that S-disc, but a little too high in the air. DrDoom ready to throw that throw out, but the Capel fighting back here. DrDoom does have that burst, could opt to spend it with where we are with this tension, and in fact, we're going to spend it here off of this 2H hit to close out game 3. Strong stuff there to DrDoom.
Tried to go for a little cheeky reset, but Doom was all there, all willing, not really phasing out of that round, understanding that they needed to get some kind of momentum on the board. Marjorie, though, making it pretty hard, going for those burst baits, going for these resets, a lot of stuff that you got to be aware of, and Doom doing a great job.
I mean, I could tell from the first round it could be either player's game at any point, especially with how well those Shizus have been coming out. Sinclair have been dancing around you here in this Millia, and you really got to be locked in if you're going to be a fly against a fly swatter this big. Getting in with that hair needle, being preempted with that 6P, trying to cheat in here with this clone. The burst going to have to push you back, but already high blood here. Going to be a 5H bot for a minute. If you get a chance to press it, that is. Sinclair mixing you up.
I mean, the mosquito is just absolutely making those buzzing noises around Doom's head right now. So hard to be able to predict these situations. Bad Mood gonna come out, maybe not gonna be able to kill against the wall stick, and just barely kills. Marjorie gonna put herself on set point.
That was fire. I mean, I'm biased. I like DrDoom, but shit, man, Sinclair right there getting that wall splat off a Bad Moon, kind of crazy. Gonna see what we got right here. DrDoom trying to watch our toes here. Gonna spend that burst to get away from that H-disc setup. Okay, able to Fukio through the Capel here, getting a lot of damage off that simple 2S string. Sinclair trying to back up a bit, going to try to play some footsies with you, but DrDoom with a well-placed JS.
Now just trying to use those resources to open up Marjorie. Marjorie just on a little bit of health left. The JHJD conversion going to allow us to get that hard knockdown. Doom trying his best to get out of this situation. Pops off the wall, but the throw is going to let us get something started. Do we know that's fake? No, we don't. The deflect shield going to come out, tries to go for that Shizu, but it doesn't matter. We're getting stuck into the corner once again. The cross up the side steal. Marjorie going to be able to steal victory from the jaws of defeat and send Doom to losers 3-1.
Here we go, guys. Loading into our next match is going to be Cheese versus tskBrian. Shouts to Brian, always at the offlines, running those side streams, being able to see things like top 24, all those side matches. That's all thanks to Brian. Cheese pulling up on this Kai Keys, spending that burst, is not going to get sent to the wall in the first 10 seconds.
Oh, exactly. Especially whenever you give a character like Zato positive bonus, but it looks like we might be going to get it anyways. Brian's so great at these conversions. We see them at all these offlines, see them at all these situations where they really do help out some of the events. But yeah, I mean, now we're seeing just how strong of a player they are and why they're in this winner's quarterfinal position.
Yeah, tskBrian always showing up to the DMV locals we got too, just beating our asses for those $15 every week, man. Love seeing him come out to the locals, looking strong here in this round, building up that 50 tension, got the Eddie, checking your back pocket. Normally you see these Zatos pulling up with the 5D, Cheese already looking for that, but the 2K was actually the mix, or the 5K rather. Great stuff.
I mean, with every high, you do have a low. That's called mix right there.
There you go.
But she's going to be coming in here with that 5K safe jump, trying to play this neutral with these far slashes, these 2Ks. Zabubu coming out. I know ever since they did that change to Pierce, where it's a lot harder to make gapless, even with Zato's buttons, that it got a lot better in its use cases. So we're seeing Brian kind of pull that out. The conversion here coming out from that counter hit Dire Clot doesn't exactly work out how we planned.
Gonna catch you here with this 2S string, using the PRC to ensure we get the wall break here. Gonna hurt that damage a little bit, but at least you get that hard knockdown. Not gonna have that 50 for a minute here with that meter penalty, but you do got this Zato mix backing you up. The gold burst does connect. Only one more lick to finish off this round. Have to wait for that Eddie to come back, and here it is. One break the law. This delay that time. Cheese trying to get in with that Fudra arc, but the oppose well timed there from Brian. We're going to see it here on the replay. Coming up just in time to defend against that Fudra arc, it looked like. And the 5P was all we needed to finish off that first game.
I mean, great thing there. The oppose is such a heads-up play, especially with a Kai that's been playing neutral like this entire time. With these buttons, these preemptive strikes, these preemptive moves, with that Fudra arc in there. Great stuff from Brian.
Who we got here rolling to the second game. Brian, with a strong start. She's showing some great signs too. Thank God there's that PRC scaling, because we had one of those stun edge follow-ups that we PRC'd and got a full combo off of. Can you imagine if that didn't scale, bro? But right now, Brian got you on each side here. Gonna get this command grab.
I mean, and now just controlling and dominating this neutral with the help of Eddie. Nice little button press out here from Cheese. Hell yeah. From Cheese, gonna allow us to get something started here. Bursting out, but so much Eddie left that it didn't even really stop the timer that much. Able to backdash the grab there. Not able to save the Eddie. Able to get a hard knockdown. That 2K 2D into the grab. RC, you're gonna be done here. Brian gonna take that next round.
Great play right there, man. You see Cheese's heads up on that oppose, right? Like, hey, I'm just gonna get through it. I'm just gonna throw Brian. But unfortunately, even then, it's not as free as that. Gonna get that Pierce there on the other side, pulling up here with this invite hell to get the knockdown. Counter hit here on the wake up. Brian getting that full Eddie back here. Gonna send you through with that hard knockdown. Cheese on this other side, still pretty healthy on the resources, but we got to play a little bit of defense before we get some of these expenditures here. Try to go for the mash, but it's going to be the counter blitz from Brian here to break the wall.
Not going to be able to kill, though. Trying to use it as a way to stop that burst from coming out, but ends up getting the perfect anyways with a well-placed far slash. Both these players are really trying their best here, but Brian trying to get a use out of all of these new system mechanics, maybe trying to complete that weekly challenge from last week.
Yeah, do you guys know when that pass ends, by the way? I think you get the entire length of the pass to complete those weekly challenges, but shout outs to that week, bro. There were so many people on Twitter that were like, okay, I got my 3 out of the way, I don't have to worry about this mechanic ever again, you know? Like so much you know, what am I trying to say? So much BM around it. But here we go, rolling the game 3.
Far slash coming out here. Nice little trade. Reflecting back with that drunkard shade. Going to be able to get an advancement in neutral here. The 6H to hop over the grab attempt from Brian. Going to get a nice little counter hit here, but not really able to convert off of it. Using that super, getting that Eddie back, but it whiffs. I did not think that was going to happen.
Oh, unfortunate stuff there. Try to go for that tap dust. Brian reacting to that orange flash, was able to press out. Cheese spending the burst to keep you here in the corner. Gonna get this PRC shock state combo after. And see what I'm saying, man? Thank goodness there's PRC scaling, because that was nearly half your life with that combo. Try to get that rising JK. Good match there from Brian, but not holding that with the DP.
We're seeing that defensive DP here coming out, trying to get themselves another chance at life. But Brian, so great with these 2S's, so great with these far slashes. Getting that tap dust, was looking for it a little bit earlier in the set, but it's going to be able to hit us here. Brian going to put himself on set point.
Great movement here. Going to get another counter blitz. Man, we really are trying to finish that challenge. Not close enough to the wall to get the break. At least you do get the corner here. Going to pay off with this pressure. Gonna be the empty hop into the low. Brian getting another low here. Cheese ready with the burst.
way we're 2K 2D and looking like a dizzy player. Gonna be able to get that hard knockdown with that. I don't know the name of the move. Break the law here. Gonna allow us to skip the neutral. Cheese on our last legs here, but gets a nice little conversion. Big counter hit. Gonna be able to get that dragon install. DI into win? Question mark.
We'll see. I believe in the cheese. Looking good here with this throw. About to have 50 on this next interaction. Brian feeling that pressure. Bursts you back. Nice job taking out that Eddie, but with this PRC confirmed, Brian putting you full screen, full Eddie meter back, using this oppose to threaten those projectiles, getting in with this sacred edge and a shimmy to finish the round. DI in the win. Sounds like Ukio called it. Still set point for Brian.
DI in the win though. Brian just one round away, maybe 50 burst away from getting the counter blitz that's gonna end up sealing it. But these knockdowns coming out here, gonna be able to get that command grab, gonna force that knockdown and force that pressure, able to get the frog jump, gonna be able to keep that corner, not wanting to go for a wall break here yet. The oppose is gonna be able to bait out that DP. We're in that range of dragon install, but Brian's making it so hard to get anything started here.
Oh, great stagger there, though, from Cheese. Brian with a hell of a lot of respect. It's going to pay off here for the Kai. Getting that thrown to the corner does get into this DI. Trying to get around that frog. Brian not going to let you. One more reset. It's going to be that mash 6P on the spaghetti. Brian coming out on top with this 3-0. All right, guys. Loading into our match. Going to be Kaneda versus Screwz here. Kaneda pulling up in that Jeek League on the team KLP. Keep a low profile. Screwz here on this Geo. Gonna try to give you a hard time here with that overhead connecting, immediately canceling in the super. Kaneda just wants that positive bonus.
And with these new changes to how Sin's combo routing works, these cars are so important for getting that damage. They can be hard to come by sometimes, especially whenever you only have 1 bar of stamina. But Screwz, not a player to be counted out, not somebody to be overlooked. I know I've seen them around in the scene for a while, doing great in brackets, just being an all-around strong player. But now we're seeing neutral at its finest. The counter hit 2D, gonna be able to get us into a combo. /5H, gonna try and get that wall bounce, but goes for the hard knockdown instead.
Nice stuff, man. Kaneda starting out on top there with that first wall break. Screwz showing you right back that these rounds are going to go either way. Starting off strong with that counter at 2D. Kaneda ready with the burst and then clipping you here with this elk hunt. Standard stagger in the corner. Screwz still stuck here though as Kaneda gets this strike throw.
I mean, and now going in for that high-low here, we see that Kara once again. The stamina going to be building up, going to be coming back, but the positive bonus, even with that tension penalty, is really going to mean a lot here. Gonna allow us to threaten this stagger pressure. The 5H gets a nice little match there for Screwz, calling out the gazelle step, or the elk hunt, I should say. The low coming out here, tapped us or charged us into that combo. Gonna be able to tie these rounds up 1 apiece.
Screwz having that burst advantage, but Kaneda could have that deflect shield. Screwz going for the early punish on that Hawkbaker with that close slash. Whip punishing your 2D here. I saw the start of that 2S. Screwz ready with the mash, using that 5P counter and a double shove there. Trying to build as much meter as we can.
Both these players using their biggest pokes, the 2D coming from Giovanna and Screwz, but the 2S going to convert here into a wall break from Kaneda, showing us a little bit of what made them be able to get into the playoffs on that, I think it was keep a low profile team, I believe.
You got it, Ukio. Yeah, big shouts to Kaneda for that. Also, many time top 8er here at the Jeekly. Looking strong here with that 2K2D, actually converting here with this Hawkbaker even from that far away. 6P to keep you down in the corner. Still either player's game, trying to get that DP after BRC. But Kaneda finishes off with that 2K. Well spaced again. 2 well spaced 2Ks in that round alone. Still could have been either player's game. Kaneda squeaking away with this one.
I mean, not only is it a greatly spaced 2K, but also just a great awareness to be able to confirm that hit on that 2K. Such a hard skill to have, but showing how important it is here. Screwz, though, definitely making it hard. You said squeak by there for a reason, and both these players are duking it out right now.
And Screwz not, I mean, talking about duking it out, man. Screwz not afraid to just beat you up with those 5Ps, especially when we're like RC sliding up into your face. We can see that you got the start of the move. Gonna try to jab you out for that one. Kaneda not want to take any damage there. Ready to spend that burst early after that counter hit on the round start. And it's gonna pay off here as we take Screwz to the corner. Strike throw coming out.
And now you got to deal with that the new function to still growing allows us to actually get some type of use of it now instead of just having those random buffs. But the 2H gonna come out here forcing that burst from Screwz, trying to get that YRC. We're trading resources for resources. The 5H counter hit gonna allow us to spread into the corner. We have 50 tension of our own, gonna be able to save it. Gonna try and maybe use it for some type of approach here. Just gonna let it build on that a positive bonus. What a great guess there from Kaneda on that BRC situation.
And just a flashback from that first game, right? Kaneda starts strong, Screwz claws it back, just like clockwork. Wanted to point out, Kaneda got a couple of those Giovanna partners up there in Canada to be practicing with. I mean, it's paying off right here. Already starting off strong on this round start, sending Screwz through, getting another counter hit, early cancel into that tyrant barrel with the sweet spot, able to break the wall from that far away. Look at the red.
Look at all that red. Even after all these changes to damage and system mechanics, this is still Guilty Gear. We're still hitting you. Kaneda gonna be able to tie it up 1 round apiece. I don't think we've had a game so far in the set that hasn't gone to round 3.
Ring trapping you here with that dog kick, spending the burst here. Kaneda still with that full stamina, but gonna have to use it on the other side. Screwz opting to keep that meter and that positive bonus cranking, trying to get this punish here with the 6H. Started there with the 2K Screwz, not afraid to jab, and it's paying off here. Got you thrown in the corner. It's gonna be a round to this Giovanna, a game rather.
Man, this set is shaping up to be something great. Screwz doing a great job there, kind of using this dash, kind of like on butter, if you will, to kind of slide around and whiff punish Kaneda, while Kaneda trying to be preemptive with these normals, trying to have an absolute stranglehold on that neutral like we saw in game 1. Both these players are fighting to their heart's content. This set is just getting started.
We'll see, man. Reminder, y'all, thunderstorm on the East Coast, very real. If stream goes down, I'm sorry. Game 3, here we go. That's all I got to say, man.
Game 3, Jeek is currently battening down the hatches.
We'll see, man. Maybe y'all were hearing the rain hit my window. Right now, Kaneda is going to send you through this window, getting that eat right before. Screwz still holding on to this burst. Another early tyrant barrel. Dude, being able to break the wall from that far away, getting the sweet spot, Kaneda make it look so cool.
I mean, this snowballing of this constant pressure, gonna be able to frame trap you here, has the combo on lock, gonna be able to build the 50 meter, but doesn't even need it. Goes for the follow-up from that DP, gonna be able to get that wall break. 1 round on the board, but we get a counter hit 5H coming out here from Screwz, and look at that damage just piling up.
Strong start here.
Woo, that damage. God damn.
Yeah, that's like 55%, man. Oh, both players spaced out there. Neither 2S or 2D connecting from either player. Spending the burst to get away from that wall. Double jumping back in there, those Screwz. Jailing you down with that DP. But finds a spot the DP out here, Kaneda. Still spacing out that 2D, but a nice whiff punish here from Screwz, putting you right back to that corner.
I mean, just doing such a great job at using this movement to absolutely control Kaneda. But now, the close slash dagger are going to try and come out here. The FD is going to make us adjust our pressure just a little bit. The reversal super coming out from Screwz, going to be able to take another round here, and we're going to a round 3. Both these players taking a game off of each other so far, and both of them trying to vie for momentum in this round, and Screwz starting this round how they started the last one. That first little combo going to build us up some tension, but not able to use it, mashing on the 6K. Not going to be able to get a combo out of it, though.
Yeah, this set looking good right here, man. Giovanna got me barking too. I'll tell you what, Ukio. Gonna get in here with this BRC. Nice connection here with this 5D Red RC. Kaneda ready with the burst, pushing you back.
Hey, my dogs know what's up. Going in here for this far slash, trying to get something started. 2D gonna be able to come out here from Screwz, but it gets a counter hit 5H. Gonna get that wall bounce there and send you into the enhanced DP. Screwz gonna go up in this set 2-1. 6P the drills.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding. You know, Kaneda having a couple of homies up there, up north, up yonder, that we can play against this Giovanna, getting that weekly practice, or is it bi-weekly? I don't know. You're local, but we're gonna see what we got right here. Screwz playing on top of it. Both players are. I mean, we're going down the last round every time. Kaneda here, starting off strong, taking you to the corner, almost through it, but Screwz spending that burst.
I mean, and they're just representing that fuzzy jump situation, trying to call out that grab. We've seen one reversal here from Screwz. We've seen one from Kaneda using that DP, not wanting to let Screwz start this oppressive strike throw pressure, counter hit on that 2D. We've already seen what Screwz can do with these big hits. Kaneda giving that burst right up.
Catching here with that 2S. Kaneda trying to press out of that corner. Nothing too crazy, but just trying to check with that 2K at times, but that's just enough for Screwz to get these counter hits. So either player's round here, soft knockdown, gets in with that DP. Great approach there from Screwz as we move to set point.
I mean, heads up decision there, going in with that DP, that upper body invincibility, big disjoint, and that RC to back it all up. Counter hit 5H, gonna allow us to get into that DP once again. Kaneda gonna be on the ropes here, so much damage, confirm out the wazoo. Gonna be able to break the wall, not even using that super. The tension able to back it up, try to use that 2K, 6P, gonna catch that hoof stomp. Not able to get anything started, but the back throw here, Kaneda maybe trying to mount something big.
Overhead, immediate cancel into that tyrant barrel. Screwz in a great spot though with a lot of resources. Kaneda gonna have to keep that pressure up perfectly. That being said, one dog kick red RC could be Screwz sealing the deal here. The burst to make sure we got it, but now it's Kaneda building that meter. No stamina, but with this 50 PRC is gonna get an air throw. One more route to take it. Screwz, hand off the controller there. I'm not certain. Gets hit by that close slash. And it's going to be that fall down jump normal. Kaneda evening the rounds.
I mean, pulling victory from the jaws of defeat there. And while Screwz is still on that set point, was able to find a way to make Screwz pay for not having the hands on the controller there. Low slash into the 6H. Going to be able to get that eat. Could have used the tyrant barrel, but didn't end up wanting it. 2S doing so much work for us right now. Would have confirmed off of that overhead. Seeing that it hits, use that RC. The throw gets jumped. 6K to try and keep this pressure inside the corner. Beak driver not following up on it, not deciding to use that pressure, going for another fuzzy jump once again. Screwz going to be able to push you to the corner, and now you're in their domain. The DP going to come out. We're back in neutral once again, but not able to follow it from the counter hit 2D.
Is FD's trying to keep you back, still getting a chance to go for that F-Shiki. The immediate counter hit getting bursted back. Screwz making sure that we are going to get this corner pressure no matter what. The YRC does connect. Kaneda pulls up out of this corner. No tension, but does have that stamina. Screwz getting these darts in. About to build up that 50 as well. Gonna see what we got here with this last F-Shiki. The deflect shield getting spaced out by Screwz. And that's going to be the set going to this Giovanna. But went to the last round every time. Could have been either player set, man.
Anyways, though, coming in here with a top 24 qualifier. Normally, this is the kind of set you'd see in top 8, like Jeek was saying a little bit earlier. But we got Lurry coming in here on the Faust, the tried and true. Both these players been in these these situations before. Hiho, though, coming in on the Millia. So familiar with both of these players, both of these characters being shown at their absolute highest. 5K 2D gonna allow us to get that hard knockdown there. Trying to fly back. Both of these players trying to vie for some type of neutral presence.
We'll spend that burst to keep you back here. Lurry with the HP lead. Also going to have this meter here in a second. Hiho preemptive about following you up in the air when you got that afro. Want to try to call it that afro love. Lurry not going to get a chance to go for it, though. Hiho going to be sending it through here with this JD. Both players now evened up on that tension and that HP. Lurry starting first with that BRC 5K, but Hiho with the raw car didn't even have to spend the meter. He's going to keep that 100 here to send you through with Septum Voices. Millia getting the first round.
Going to be able to take that round there, and I swear, man, if Millia is on screen, you're going to see at least one Capel. At least one. The better the Millia player, the more Capels you see. But the Lust Shaker here going to be coming out. Far slash trying to gain some of that neutral presence once again. Lurry being preemptive with these anti-airs, but there's only so preemptive that you can be whenever you're fighting a character, and I mean player like Hiho, going to be able to get that burst out of Lurry. It's such a strong presence from both of these characters.
Yeah, Hiho trying to keep that pressure up despite that counter hit, was willing to spend the burst, and it's paying off here. Got the afro for the winger. Definitely a fun cinematic. Going to get this hard knockdown here. Millia doesn't have the strongest post hard knockdown, but I like what we're going for right there. Just a meaty disc into that 2P, trying to get one clip of damage. Doesn't get it. Lurry gets this afro lit, tries to jail you down with that hammer. Even the chip could take out Lurry at this point. Hiho trying to clip you with this far slash, and it looks like it was the S disc hitting that 6H from afar. Good preemption there from Hiho to get this first game.
A big change that we got to see in this patch is them making S disc a little bit more of a neutral tool, increasing that length forward that it goes while nerfing its combo potential that we got in that season for, I think, 4.75 patch. But Hiho coming out here to a start, getting that first game on the board. Lurry, though, definitely not out of it yet, just given that time to adapt, that time to get back in the set.
Here we go. Oh, the raw H disc here, a little too far to make that connection. Lurry getting a chance to get that bomb E. Could pay off with this Patui, but the throw getting baited by that Capel. Going to be able to get this trumpet here, just a little bit of a Gatling. Tried to check with the 2P there, but Hiho just going to get ran down by that parade.
I mean, and the parade's coming once again. Trumpet got changed to where it's a little bit closer to Faust, so now we're seeing Faust be able to make a lot more of an advantageous situation after throwing it out. The hammer, though, going to be able to get sniped out. Mini Faust, though, second burst after the first. Septum Voice is going to hit down. We're seeing items all over the screen, the pure definition of what an item throw character is.
We're definitely putting Hiho into the minigame blender out here, but this Millia still staying on top, baiting you out here with that Turbo Fall Capel. Definitely a very strong neutral tool, combo tool, air DP, whatever you want to call it. Counter hitting with that 2H. Hiho feeling good about this round, spends the burst, only needs one more hit to close it out. Tries to go for it with that 6P, tries to chip you out with those hair needles, but Lurry hitting you back here. Nice job finding that chance for that 2P. Could have been either player's round, though.
I mean, just waltzing in between those items as they're being thrown. Nice situational awareness from Hiho. Reason why both these players are on Team Factor. Trying to get something started here. Lurry having it down back a little bit more. The Capel coming out once again, using that burst, trying to get the hammer out. Nice 6P counter hit. Gonna allow us to get that hard knockdown from the mix. Tap dust doesn't exactly connect how we wanted it to. TK, Bad Moon, gonna allow us to send Lurry through the wall, get that positive bonus. Hiho sitting on a great advantage here.
The raw car again. Having the 50 pushed back on that deflection after the Bad Moon with the PRC to get forward. Oh my lord, Capel completely nullifying that reversal overdrive from Lurry. What a way to kick you when you're down, man. Hiho able to get right over that meter spend and close out game 2.
I mean, and now it's just one game away from being able to get back, getting into that top 24 on winner's side. Hiho doing a great job at just controlling these neutral situations, just controlling these actions that Lurry is trying to be preemptive with, and it's just not going Lurry's way.
We got here rolling to this game 3. Lurry having some of those tools to try to keep back this Millia, right? You got the 5K, you got the far slash, you got that 2S when she's right above you, so you definitely got some pretty good niche anti-airs. That being said, Hiho has been having some great air movement and pressure with that Capel, with those turbo falls. It's definitely been very strong and very tricky to deal with, but when you're on the ground, Lurry's getting a chance to get some standard strike throw, has that afro lit. Hiho gonna have to hold that explosion, blocks out the 5D, but is now in the corner.
I mean, those plus frames from that Afro explosion covering that tap dust perfectly, just like an RC, but the trumpet going to be coming out here. Hiho doing a great job at navigating around these items with the mini Faust trumpets and the horns and the anvils and the mini Faust coming out once again, just absolutely throwing them items. First meteors we've seen all set, I believe, though.
I like how we were able to apply that afro from downtown. Unfortunately, wasn't able to push it into that bomb in time to get that lit. but was able to do it with this JD, and just the threat of the pop was enough. Lurry able to get another command grab. As long as we can keep this Hiho on the ground, then we can start to play that grounded boxing game that Faust is pretty good at with the 2Hs and the far slashes. But Hiho finding a chance to get in, clips you with the JD, steals the corner, but Lurry with some good defense.
I mean, we have the hair attacking, and we have Lurry playing the Bluetooth barber with the way we're able to apply those afros from downtown. But now, sending these hair attacks at you with this S-disc, but getting the cross up. Lurry not really seeing it there. Septum Voice is going to allow us to continue the combo. Going to be able to get the wall stick, use that Artemis for the wall break, and Hio on set point.
Definitely been a strong game 3 so far. Spending that burst after that far slash, was able to get around that 6P with that love air stall. And a corner swap here too. Lurry in a great spot. Hiho trying to get away from that bomb, and it pays off here in the mid screen. Uses that bad moon to mix you up. The hair card this time having the 50 to back it. Hiho going to get a wall break.
I mean, with these 50-50s that you're presented with so often from Millia, but Hiho taking it to an entirely other dimension almost off of every single hit, off of every single tick. We get some type of high-low left-right situation. Going to be able to get into this H-disc setup here. Lurry having to play patient, having to try and get these items out. We get the mini Faust, covers the mix, makes it a little bit less minus. Able to try and cancel a little bit earlier now. Capel coming out. We've seen it once, we've seen it twice, we've seen it 3 times. Gets the throw, doesn't use the meter though.
We are going to have it for this mix. It's going to be after that Capel. We get the JH to finish it off. Strong last game there, but Hiho
coming in here for the top 8 qualifier. We have Cloned on the Slayer, returning vet of these Jeekly brackets. You've seen him in Season 4, you've seen him in top 8 of Combo Breaker. Now they're here trying to get into that top 8 qualifier, or top 8 on a winner's side. But CloverDragon been putting up some results, just sent Poncho to loser's side in Game 5 fashion to be able to put themselves in this top 8 qualifier spot. Both players already using these resources back and forth. Tension coming out from Clone. The burst coming out from CloverDragon. Not really mattering though. 1 pile bunker, 2 pile bunker, 3, and Clone takes that first round.
Clone really needed to end the game right there, because CloverDragon honestly did not hate that burst because we had that full stick of butter in the back pocket. But Clone with that 1 Mappa Hunch RC made sure that we ended the game right there and make you hurt for spending that resource. Clover going to get this S-disc here. Not close enough to get beat by these far slashes. In fact, trying to clip you out with this H-disc. Clone trying to scoot forward just a bit, trying to do those raw dandy steps to take some space so we can get into a good whiff punish range. Deflect shield pushing you back, trying to anti-air you down, but CloverDragon playing very well with these far slashes and this bad moon.
And we've seen both these players use this movement. Clone trying to use those K-dandies, trying to use that dash to try and create some type of space, some type of misdirection, but CloverDragon able to use these turbo falls, these multiple air dashes to set up this pressure and tie up the round 1 apiece.
That's that Millia gameplay, right? Yeah, if Clone hits you, she's going to make you hurt. She's got the conversions to do so, but if Clover's dancing around your head, it can be a hard time to get started. Right now, Clone going to get it started right here on the round start, sending you through the Capel to get this knockdown for us. Both players having that burst at this point, trying to go for that 5D route, chasing you down with the 6H. CloverDragon ready with the burst.
I mean, I respect the burst there. Don't want to end up being a Twitter clip from that 6H anti-air conversion. Gonna try and get something started here. CloverDragon able to convert from that burst situation. The JH conversion gonna allow us to get that H-disc high-low situation set up. Clone not trying to have any of it. Tries to go for the 6H. CloverDragon able to get a nice little counter hit conversion there. Take us through into the next game here. Going up 1-0 in this set.
Great play from both of them right there. Clone trying to be aggressive with that 6H, man. I like that I almost called it an anti-air, but we were grounded, right? But so that anti-approach, that preemptive button there from CloverDragon to finish off that round, had the RC to back it up. So strong first game there. I mean, we were exploding on both sides, right? Of course, when Slayer's getting the hit, Millia is just getting chunked. But Clover was dancing around you, looping those knockdowns. And sometimes it's very simple. It's just these S discs in neutral, nice JH right there to actually get over your dandy step, and it's going to turn to a wall break.
And now going to be able to push to the wall, get that positive bonus, but don't be fooled. Clone still has the tension to make you hurt. CloverDragon spending that burst as soon as that 2H connects. Now we're all out of resources. Going to be able to get a nice little counter hit here, but it doesn't work exactly how we planned. The 2K2D going to allow us to get something started, but now Clone going to be sent through the wall here with that Septum Voices.
The Flex Shield pushing you back here on that close slash attempt. Clone finding it out with this crossover. Master's Hammer had the full conversion ready as well. No meter on the side of this CloverDragon outside of this FD. The Universe far slash Clone walking up slowly to finish off that round. Nice comeback here from the Slayer.
Walk 'em down dandy, as they call it. Trying to get that combo there. The far slash gonna anti-air, makes it a little bit hard to get the next conversion. Gonna be able to get the burst bait there into the 2H. Pile Bunker has the meter on deck. Super Mappa Hunch.
A lot of red on the side of that CloverDragons. The 6K loops coming out here from Clone. Oh, okay. All right, you bully. Oh my God. You big bully. You can't just do that. That's not allowed, Clone. You can't just be mean like that. God damn. Nah, we got to get the mods on that. Green, Tiger, you watching?
Time him out.
We need the mods on that. Time her out, bro. That's not.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's crazy. If you've never seen an example of what mental stack is in fighting games, that's it. That's what mental stack is. Going into this next round here, wow. Both these players trying to get something started once again. Gets that frame trap, knows that CloverDragon likes to mash after blocking that standing 6H. Going in here, trying to get that Pile Bunker conversion. Once again, gets the 2H into the low follow-up, gets the whiff punish with the Pile Bunker, close slash 2H. Gonna be able to finish out this round with another K-Dandy Pile Bunker.
Yeah, that time, no meter to back up a burst expenditure, right? So CloverDragon is gonna hold on to that very wisely. Going with a good start here with a gold burst, actually. Already up at 100 meter, back to the wall, having all of that tension to spend on mix or this 100 meter super. Does this kill?
Oh, alrighty, chat room. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No. Scaling does hit that
here.
move kind of hard.
Oh.
Just
my
floating
God,
up there.
dude.
Just floating up there. Clone going up 2-1 in this set. One game away from putting themselves in that top 8 on winner's side. But CloverDragon not out of it yet. Could definitely get another game on the board. If you can take one game, you can take a whole set.
We'll see, man.
I don't know. After that mental damage for the 6K.
I don't know. Personally, me, bro, that first 6K loop we did, I'm done after that game, bro. I'm done. Nothing else matters, personally, for me. But
you gotta pack
these
up
players
the
don't
stick and
tilt
go
like
home
that,
for
bro.
the day.
These some strong competitors out here. CloverDragon earning this spot. Very close set to make it here in the first place. Already a strong start against Clone and a good start here in this round. Going to take you down to the corner, trying to build up 50 for one more bit of mix. It's going to be the throw here, the strike throw. Clone trying to block out this Millia, but the blocks are too good, so the throws come out.
Both these players are showcasing how strong the pressure can be. Gonna be able to get a nice little confirm here off that counter hit 2H. Left-right setup situation. Gets the whiff punish, and Clone gonna take something that CloverDragon had in their hands, all that control from the round, and put herself on set point.
Great start here from Clover, though, getting that compelled in the knockdown after getting to the other side of you and getting another one to back up. Unfortunately, didn't get that hair card conversion. So Clone gets this full punish, mixes you up with the same side, and has the 50 to spend on this SMH. Clover, yeah, we're hard knockdown here, but we got full burst. We got 75 meter to play with. Got to keep this Slayer back so we can get it started. The YRC is a great chance here.
Being cloned already trying to preempt the K and Dandy. Gonna allow us to whip punish with a bunker. Cloned going into top 8 winner side 3-1, but CloverDragon still has that path through losers.
With how quickly they've adapted to these changes. We'll see what we got here. Macho up against Scissors.
And going in here now, using these cubes, using that new staff, the new function that we're able to use these staffs specifically independently from the deck, but a nice little throw on that bait from the spin there. Gonna try and be suffocating with these cubes, using these buttons to more so establish this dominance and establish that fear. Getting the tap dust though, gonna refresh our deck, but we have no mana.
We'll have the hard knockdown, and these normals, yeah, they may not be the best, but that 2D is a house, bro. That 2D better than some characters' kits, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, and the meatball to finish you off, Macho, with a strong first round here.
And then now, both these players restarting at neutral once again, but Macho playing a little bit more aggressive, not really letting Scissors back away or try to start that pressure. The fuzzy situation here coming from the guard crush into the strike throw, but look at our hand, we're cubed up on a Friday night.
That's crazy. Nice stuff here. Scissors gonna be able to keep you in the corner here with this Nagia, with this projectile, the YRC from Macho, pushing you back, spacing you out with that 2D, and trying to share the love out here with these cubes, man. The counter hit actually connecting. Macho got you in the corner.
Hey, we keep drawing cubes. I'm just saying, man. The strike throw coming out here. Both these players playing neutral at a very strong and fast pace, but Scissors able to get the strike throw from the butterfly, establish that 50-50 situation, hits the overhead, gets the low, ties it up 1 round apiece.
And reminder, y'all, this is a top 8 qualifier. You just saw our first one. We'll update you on the standings after this one. Both these players trying to make it onto that graphic. Even if you lose here, you're still on the winner side, so you still got a chance potentially. But of course, you want to be on that winner side as long as you can. Macho staggering you out, gets this counter hit. That 2S connecting here. Scissors going to push you back here with that burst. These cubes to try to push you back. But the mana's so low, it's going to be Scissors breaking the shield and actually taking you down the screen.
Especially whenever you're able to enforce these pressure situations. The 2H does whiff though, and Macho being privy to it, understanding that situation, tries to refresh these cards once again, gets a nice little shimmy from downtown. Gonna be able to use that 6H, refresh these cubes, refresh this mana, has the overhead, but the BRC gonna allow us to punish, get a little bit of pressure started. The high-low train, you're on it in such a tough situation, has to use that meter, but now we have it on the side of Scissors.
Ooh, the BRC drift down right there to finish off that match, bro. Always love seeing these strong players pull off that mechanic to get a jump in, to catch you off guard, to try to keep you from getting that reaction anti-air by just drifting down with that fast RC can really catch you off guard. Actually going for it twice, I'm realizing we saw it twice in the same clip. Oh my god, Scissors saying, if it doesn't work the first time, just try again.
And hey, especially whenever we're just controlling and dominating this neutral, we have to find any way possible that allows us to get in. And Scissors able to find it through that needle point. It's like the lines in Demon Slayer whenever it just like the
I
lines.
can see the thread. Yeah,
you can see the thread. Yeah, you see it. But Scissors able to take that first round here, getting that pressure started, getting that overhead, and Macho, despite the IBFDs, despite the faultless defensing out, it doesn't matter, gets the burst baited, and now you're going to be taking so much damage from that mana break.
For sure, man. The Rin to try to get the most we can there at the end. One more string could be it. You got to worry about chip at this point, or just a far slash punish there, or whiff punish, I should say. Strong stuff. Scissors definitely looking very fast here. Macho slowing it down though, ready for the tech, getting these projectiles out, trying to get some of this pressure started. Had that staff out, but Scissors crossing the screen and catching you here.
I mean, look at the hand. Look at the hand. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm looking,
That's all
bro.
I gotta say. Gonna be able to use that enhanced overhead to get that ground bounce. One touch away for Scissors, but Macho trying to use that super, trying to get this neutral under their control, using that mana regen inside of the no mana penalty state to try and get that mana back faster than trying to regain it on our own. Gets the run up tap dust from downtown, has the 2H conversion, trying to get that mana back so we can have a stranglehold once again. We've already seen it once, Jeek. We can see that BRC approach option once again.
Okay, great tech here. The 2P jab. Macho keeping it honest out here with those quick normals, chasing Scissors down, saying, you're making it too complicated, homie. I got the throw ready. Goes for the reversal fan here. Blocking it out, gets the 7-frame super punish back. That's going to be enough to kill. Macho saying, my projectile a little bit better than yours, friend.
Wow, being able to pull back that round after being on such low health. Just what this test case allows us to do. Going for another shimmy there with the IED back JH after being right in Scissors' face. Scissors coming off the back of a backpack brawl win here, having a little bit momentum going into this Jeekly, but now Macho back up against the ropes. We could definitely see a comeback from what we just saw last round, though.
Good jab to start, I'll say. But unfortunately not close enough for that throw. Got the burst just in time. Oh my god.
No!
Didn't they just nerf the duration on that parry super as well? It wasn't a lot. And apparently not enough here, at least for that situation. Scissors gonna come out on top here.
Yeah, they nerfed it from being 30-10 to 28-12. Not really that much of a nerf, I'm gonna be real. Wow. Oh, wow. But Macho catching the end of that parry there, letting Scissors go up 2-0 on the board. Macho done such a great job at fighting back hard, but just not able to convert these hard-fought rounds into the hard-fought rounds into set wins, or into round wins, I should say.
Okay. I'm gonna cube you through these projectiles. Find your bag. I can't even say cube and I get you laughing, Ukyo. All right.
Hey, it's an all-time line. That's all I'm saying, all right?
Good stuff there from Macho. Was able to wait out that parry. Wasn't the craziest punish, but you got the knockdown, and now we got you here in the corner. Staff applied. The meatball connects. It's this wizard money gang closing out this round.
We love casting spells. Macho trying to vibe back into this set, showing that they're still alive, and now we go for the gold burst, trying to use the blue cube there, trying to get some type of offense started. Gets the overhead, gonna allow us for some left or some high-low mix, but Scissors not being fooled by that high-low, blocks the high into a conversion. 2P gonna come out, 2S gonna come out from Scissors. Both these players trading back and forth on these button interactions.
Scissors with that BRC catches you low here. These enhanced Fujin follow-ups have been strong. Good block there from Macho on the Rin. No more RC to force our pressure here, but with that knockdown, we're able to get another setup. Building another 50. You're going to have to block this out and deal with this tension from Scissors. Nice job getting that punish there on that fuzzy jump afterwards. Macho getting a chance to zone you back, and the BRC drift down actually getting preempted. Macho, with only a little bit of HP, gets as much mana back as we possibly can. Scissors could potentially spend the burst in this round.
I mean, trying so hard to get back into this situation. Macho trying to get this round, understanding that it's now or never. The burst on the side of Scissors, trying to get something going. The 2D comes out, and Macho able to get a game on the board. 2-1 in this round count so far. Macho been the one to do a couple of reverse sweeps in my day. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, definitely a very strong player out here on this Asuka. Knows how to catch you off guard. I like how we had you checkmated there. I was talking about the burst, but I mean, even Scissors could tell. Macho coming up, just holding that down back, knew the cubes and the staff were enough. The burst bait you out. Did not want to be put on the front page of Twitter. Just gonna have to go down the old-fashioned way. That being said, starting off strong here in this round. Only needs one more game to try to win this one out. So they're gonna put this Asuka down in the corner, but Macho with some very good 2P mashes.
I mean, and we're just getting so unfortunate with these hands, able to have that zoning prowess, but whenever we're up in the face for pressure, it's just not really helping us out here. Scissors going to be able to break the wall there, get that positive bonus, not really using that much tension to break the wall, but Macho finally getting that mana back, but Scissors able to convert into a set point situation.
He's at 2P again, though. Starting off on the round strong. Scissors going to go for that raw Nagiha. Macho bursting you back. Doesn't want to get stuck in that loop. Scissors building up this tension here on defense. Is going to be able to jump in, but Macho with a well-timed anti-air. Scissors with no BRC to drift down to make that IAD tricky. Lets Macho get this chance here in the corner. Does have a chance to burst out. My God, that co-connected from so far away.
I mean, but that time inside that combo, getting hit by that code did allow us to be able to get the teleport right behind you. Trying to get that instant teleport dash like from Dragon Ball Z. Gonna be able to get this strike throw opportunity. Goes in for the ground, but the mana break, this is not what you want to see. Our defense can only be so good. Our high-low prediction can only be so strong. But this neutral coming out from Macho, just absolutely nooching him up. Gets the fuzzy situation, ground bouncing, dribbling while the NBA finals are going on right now. Set point maybe for Scissors, but Macho still definitely in this set.
Love the way Macho's playing, man. Got to hold those frames on that enhanced pin. Does go for this meatball out. Scissors already had dinner, so was ready to block that one out. Nice job. Goes for that Rin, but the delay PRC is what opens up this wizard here. Having some strong spells, but no mana to spend them, and with your back to the wall, no time to get those quarter circles. Scissors just out here beating ass with these fans. Good block on the 5D. The mana shield is back. Macho with the double jump trying to get out, but the code jails you down.
I mean, that proration on PRC does really matter in times like this, but we're more so cared about breaking that mana shield, breaking those defenses, and Scissors able to get a nice hit here, but the Co gonna be able to get bursted out, goes into the super, trying to bait Scissors into pressing something, trying to make her go for some type of option that we could snipe out here. Macho able to get back in the situation, but the JH gonna allow Scissors to take it and get into top 8 on winner's side. All right, coming in here to your first set of top 8 winner's side, we have RedIAmNot coming in here on the tried and true Goldlewis. Saw him last week, but they're gonna be making a vie for that winners grand finals and potentially winning the tournament once again. But Scissors coming in here on that Anji. Already seen him once on stream in a pretty convincing victory over Macho. But now we're seeing them in winner's side top 8, getting that parry off, getting that super, building this tension. But RedIAmNot not having it.
Oh, and there's that 6P hop after from Scissors. Doesn't need to be the biggest combo, but just putting you in the corner is already strong enough with that 6P. Red doing a great job of fighting out, though. Goes for this low BT, mixes you up with the overhead. Trying to get some more space here with those frames, but Scissors with a good 2P mash, but the FD with the far slash punish there. Red doing a great job, and just the drone is enough to send you through the wall here with this super. That may be enough to kill. This Anji is pretty tanky, though.
I mean, those guts going to be coming out here, even with the wall break and the fully cranked hog, not able to actually get the kill there, using this Skyfish to try and get that chip damage. Ends up working out. First round of this winner's side top 8 set goes to Red.
Definitely a strong start, but it is only that first round. Can't count out either of these players, especially the way Scissors clapping back here. Oh, a little preempted there with that 6P, trying to call maybe a far slash there from Red. Still keeping this Goldlewis in the corner. I know it's hard to feel bad for Goldlewis, y'all, but you gotta sympathize with having to jump forward over those projectiles, having to get out of the corner when Anji is fanning you down. But in this mid screen, when you're catching those back dashes, Red looking strong.
I mean, just using these tools to the finest. I think no matter how strong or weak Goldlewis is, you're always going to have RedIAmNot showing what it means to be a true Goldlewis player. But Scissors definitely not far from excellence with this Anji character. There are a few that we see in North America with as consistent tournament results in these top 8s and in these other brackets that, just the consistency, the Anji Mito, Guilty Gear, fighting game.
Bro.
Yeah,
there you go.
I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna be real.
There you go. Hey, no, good. Good segue into the madness.
Yeah.
There's that 2K coming out, getting a punish from red, or for red. Scissors ready with the burst to push it back here. Oh, I like the empty Fujin into the Rin, catching red off guard here. Trying to shimmy a bit to see if you want to burst. Good delay there on that from red. And a little too preemptive there from Scissors to try to challenge you, but red confident that the drone has their back.
He's just so strong with that movement there, approaching not in front of, not behind, but with the drone, keeping that dash speed, tapping it, using this super here, potentially getting the kill. No, just so not doing it. Anji with those guts to save him in these situations. Scissors, though, gonna get taken out with that chip damage.
That Anji HP saving you, but just delaying the inevitable as red still finishes off these rounds. Scissors clapping back, though. That enhanced Nagia catching you off guard. Then it's the hide, the follow-up after. Good string right here. The 2H breaking the wall from down that low. Scissors aware of these hitboxes, it seems. Good anti-air to put this Goldlewis down in the corner. Red, low HP already. Scissors with a full stick of butter. You got to be careful here.
I mean, using these 2Hs to just farm these plus frames and make RedIAmNot guess again and again. But Scissors able to tie it up one round on the board. RedIAmNot definitely been in this position once before, trying to back up from Butterfly, aka Drone at home. Gets the drone hit by blocking the 5H in neutral. Gets the overhead typhoon, and now they're in RedIAmNot's domain. Big counter hit, but doesn't bait the burst.
Oh, and with the... Oh, actually, no, didn't have the 2 security, but does bait out the parry there with the JD. Wasn't going to be enough to kill with that tanky Anji. So red just opting for this full positive bonus. Has 50 to spend on that mix. The flex shield to keep it back. Scissors trying to use every bit of meter they have to stay alive here. And it could pay off. But no, it's going to be that 5P jab. Scissors was making that climb back, but red crushing your green dreams with that 5P fist in your face.
I mean, not only that, but the awareness to actually confirm that 5P into the close slash there. Such strong awareness from RedIAmNot, and you don't get into this kind of situation without that ability to hit confirm and make these hits matter when you do confirm them.
Great play from both players. Red here wants to try to make our way through this winner side. Scissors a very strong foe, so if you're able to win a match like this early on, you can, you know, sit comfortable for the rest of the bracket, potentially, depending on who your opponents are going to be, depending on what they got ready for you. So red definitely wants that insurance. But in the burst early this round, Scissors spending it right there for the gold to get that meter built up. It's paying off here. We got this Goldlewis sent through the wall.
Be able to use that super to do this damage, get that hard knockdown, and we still got half a stick of butter in the back pocket here. So gonna try and maybe set up for a fuzzy situation here, but they have the high-low with the follow-up, gets the tap dust, but doesn't use the RC, taking a little bit of a gamble there, and RedIAmNot not pressing, trying to save that tension, but the Skyfish gonna be able to come out here and do a little bit of work for us in neutral.
Gonna be able to finish it off though. Scissors getting that counter hit here. Red does have that burst advantage, only by a little bit. Scissors with the Fujin. The JD getting the punish here. Oh, I like the empty jump throw. Scissors ready with the tech though. We're on top of it. Another gold burst. Going to be a crux of the strategy here in this game 3. Getting that tension built up here. Getting in those frames. But red finding the gap, gets the 2P and the press out.
Nice little press there using that great Abare button that we have in our kit. Going to be able to convert into that wall stick with these guts, not doing as much damage at that low health threshold. Tap dust gonna be blocked out using that fuzzy jump, not allowing the conversion with that butterfly on the back end. The super gonna come out here, gonna put a little bit of dent into the big man Millia health bar, but now we have that hard knockdown post super.
Nice jump in here.
Oh, that's such smart routing, Jeek.
Oh my lord, and then the empty JK to get the throw as well. Scissors saying, hey, look, I'm just trying to finish out this game, getting one on the board. pays off here for this Anji.
But such smart awareness to see the burn it down coming and convert into the parry there to get that wall break, get that hard knockdown to allow for that strike throw situation. Great stuff from Scissors. Did the storm take you, Jeek?
I'm gone.
You're gone.
It took me away, bro. No, I'm kidding. I won't lie. The Discord got a little chunky for a sec, and I was like, oh. I don't know whose end that is on, but please save us. You know, storm out here. Strive Earth. I know you got nothing to do with it, Strive Earth. I don't mean to blame it on you. Getting this
nice
Nadia. Great start
Save
here,
us,
Scissors.
Lord, nice cake. JH cross up here coming out from RedIAmNot. If you've seen it once, you've seen it once again here on this Goldlewis.
Okay, look what we got here. Trying to chip you away with those BTs, but nice spin there from Scissors. Depending on the matchup, you see that spin a lot more, right? So Scissors definitely very calm with it this time around. Doesn't get the punish on the code with that 2P. Scissors able to block it out. In fact, keeps you cornered with that YRC. Trying to find a chance to get that 2K out. Not going to get it here, but does get the burst. Red getting a drone call here.
Not only wanting that drone call, but really wanting a chance to be able to fight back and get this momentum and get this round after losing that one game. We might be... I didn't know that.
That was a crazy interaction. I didn't see that coming either, to be honest.
Oh, anyways, those Scissors gonna be able to start this round off right after that crazy interaction with Butterfly.
This is some heads up play from Scissors. Red spending that security there on the drone. Scissors so good at whiff punishing this Goldlewis, playing at that perfect distance, calling out things such as 2S with our far slash. And it's been like, I mean, dude, things have gone crazy into Scissors momentum just off of that change in play alone. But one Goldlewis counter hit's all you need, bro. Taking you down the screen. Another reset here, but try to go for that JH. Scissors with a well-timed parry.
Maybe had a setup there where if they hit cross up, it would have allowed for the bait on that parry, but RedIAmNot able to get a nice little hit here using that Guts Crush, but Scissors wants this round, wants this game, wants to secure it right now. Do we get it? No, we do not. RedIAmNot able to take that burst and the round.
I honestly do not hate that burst. Scissors just needed one more well-placed whiff punish to close it out. But it's Red able to coming out on top there. Getting around that 6P with that super jump. Scissors a little too preemptive with that anti-air. Does get you knocked down here with this Fujin. Another Nagia connects. This one able to link into that 2K, but too aggressive. Red spends the 50 to slow you down.
I mean, but look at all the tension that we have on the side of Scissors, slowly regaining back that burst that we used at the end of that last round. Tap Dust doesn't use the confirm once again, using those pre-conditions that we've already seen from other players, are seeing that Tap Dust using this super. Scissors gonna bring us to game 5.
Here we go. What a way to start off this top 8, man. What a way to start off this top 8. Both these players seeded to make it up into that top 4 spot, and they're both showing you why they deserve it. Red with a strong start. Scissors clawing it back here, slowing down the play just a little bit, just enough to get these rounds and games here on the board. Rolling into this game 5. Let's see what changes we have in store. Guys, if you like what you see, make sure you're claiming those Macho codes, completely free to do. Every 4 adds a quarter to the dollar. Rather, to the prize pool, straight to those players. We'll see what we got here.
This game gives me such a stupid smile. I love this game so much, bro. Catching the backdash with that Typhoon there. RedIAmNot playing a little bit more patient and neutral, seeing that Scissors is so strong with these whiff punishes. The 2K2D IBFD gonna get us out. Scissors gonna cash in on this high-low guessing game. Gets the PRC delay, and even with that scaling that you talked about a little bit earlier, Jeek, still doing it.
Good blocks here on these overheads. Scissors getting opened up by those overheads early on. The frame trap BT here, the safe jab, the call out the gold burst. Didn't get the full punish, but did get this connection after him with the fast RC. Red gonna scoop you through the wall, sweeping you with the coffin, sitting on set point.
Man, 1 round away from securing that winner's finals appearance that RedIAmNot knows all so well, but Scissors trying to secure it for herself. Gonna use these needles to get that reset. Danger penalty maybe coming in here. Not exactly what you want to see. Gonna be able to spin in here with the Fujin, get that pressure started, farming these plus frames with those needles, with that 2H, has the dash cancel, making Red spin that burst. Scissors once again on the verge of losing it all.
Oh, and with that parry spin, Red with the correct guess gets the throw, but a well-timed backdash from Scissors, able to line up this punish after the empty 2H to get a couple of throws back to back here. Red does have the tension, but Scissors gonna bait out this overdrive. No, it connects.
Tried to go for a far slash there to start the pressure. It grab, final game, final round. Scissors really trying to stay within this and secure this winner's finals. Fujin into the needles. The far slash though gonna allow us to get a punish on that Fujin. You got it, G.
I know, man. It's taking the words out of my mouth too, bro. It's been a close set right now. Red building up that 50, doing such a good job of catching these backdashes with that far slash. The 5D is the mix. Scissors does have that burst in the back pocket, delays it a bit to wait for a safe moment to press, does have the 50, gets in with the code. The PRC is going to hurt the scaling a bit, but going to take Red to the corner. The threat of the wall break was enough to see the burst. The drone beats out the projectile. We block out that enhanced Nagi. Scissors trying to get up with the 6P. Whip punishes the far slash here. Both players with 50, and the counter hit from Scissors closes out this very close game, 3-2. FishyFishy and Clone coming up here on this winner side. We're gonna see what we got. The Eno on the winner side of this top 8. We'll see what we got, Fishy.
Going in with that 6H here, trying to catch that aerial approach that Eno is known for, but showing that it can never be plus anymore. But we do still have that pushback. Fishy taking advantage, getting that throw there. 2K2D into the Nodoki.
Cloned here. You know, it's the same story as that Millia matchup we saw earlier, right? Like, yeah, of course, you get that hit, you make them explode. But you don't have that invincible reversal. You don't have that anti-air close slash too much anymore. But Fishy, I think maybe trying to go for throw, maybe the flex shield, got the dust instead, and Cloned actually getting this counter hit. Master's Hammer gonna make you explode like that, man. God damn.
Gonna go for that close slash 2S reset to that left-right mix situation. So hard to tell what side Slayer is gonna be on after it. Clone showing us how strong of a situation it can present. FishyFishy gonna be able to break the wall though, get that positive bonus on Eno. Such a scary character to have that representation on the low. Coming out from Clone, not getting the hit though, with that overhead now getting nerfed to 21 frames. The start of the 6H though, gonna get a counter hit. Not really seeing it though. We've already seen Clone be able to clean up versus the characters that love the air, and CloverDragon not gonna be able to get the kill here though.
And the BRC drift forward, trying to get something started on this neutral, but Clone seeing it coming, was ready with the 2P to close out the first game here. Great stuff. When this Eno gets on top of you, man, it's going to be hard to get her off. But Cloned not even letting you get that chance to play the full stick of butter, bro. We were trying to make it happen, but Cloned already had you in a great spot to close out that first game. We'll see what we got here. Fishy can get these knockdowns, start looping those JS's. It can be a completely different story out here.
I mean, both of these characters do really have a chance to turn these sets around. You keep crouch blocking that 6H. Clone is going to keep farming these plus frames. Now you got to deal with it. The risk slowly building. Both of these sides wanting to get out of this situation. FishyFishy, though, using the resources. Clone able to react, but not able to kill.
Catching with that close slash, the 100 meter spent. What do you think, Ukio? Is this one kill?
Kind of hard to tell, honestly. I was wrong.
Ah, man, this game has so much damage, huh?
Yeah, a little bit overblown now that the power level has gone up, I would say. Just saying.
Sure. Able to crouch out that HCL. I don't even think it connected, but is able to keep that pressure up here regardless. About to build the 50 after that soft knockdown here. Cloned. Playing it patient here, trying to scoop you down with that 6H. Probably very good in this matchup, huh? If you're just trying to hover dash out your opponent, you got that anti-air 6H to just scoop you right down and get those PB loops right after. Clone wisely holding on to this burst here as Fishy is going to finish this round.
Oh, 100%. And that 6H, again, it's so effective versus those characters that like to be in the air because of the reward it can present. We saw it a lot versus CloverDragon in that top 8 qualifying set, but now we're seeing against FishyFishy, who's turned the tides here. 2K2D gonna allow us to go into that note Oki, get that high-low that Eno is known for. You gotta guess once again, JSJD gonna allow us to go in for this super, get that wall break, hard knockdown, FishyFishy with a lot of burst and health to play with.
And when cloned, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, here we go. I wasn't gonna say anything. Oh, okay, there we go. Fishy getting that jab back. What I was gonna say was that, you know, it's hard to press out of that Eno on top of you when you don't have the matchup like that. I mean, and Jesus Christ, Freudian slip. I was reading the Twitch chat. When you don't have the meter like that, when you don't have the YRC to keep back, when you can't get tricky with any BRC shenanigans. Of course, you got the deflect shield there, and you got a well-timed 2P apparently. But Fishy finding that gap was able to press back, finish our food, get a game on the board.
Tying it up one apiece. We've already seen one really close set in this top 8 winners side. Are you ready to see another one, Jeek? I know I am. I know I am.
We'll see, man. We'll see, bro. I mean, I gotta say the brackets have been running pretty late ever since the new season. For good reason. Bringing down that power level bit. People been, you know, at this point we got it all figured out, but people were figuring out our characters again for a while. Second there. Fishy getting some knockdowns, getting that Nodoki. Has 50 to spend to keep this pressure up. Trying to go for that 5P. One jab is all it takes for it to be a counter hit. Fishy already walking you down the screen on a block string. Punishes that 5P and then gets the wall break.
I mean, and now getting that 6H going to be so much damage, pushing you to the corner. The reversal super of Doom and Despair. Going to get close. Never mind, I lied. Something about Doom and Despair. Do you think this one will kill Jeek?
It does. Here, oh, I'm betting your whole life savings on it. Here we go.
Ooh.
Bro, not even close, Ukio. Not even close.
Bro, the Grim Reaper's coming for you, man. He's coming for you, man. You bet all your life savings on it? Oh, that's.
I bet your life savings on it. I said your life savings, homie. You're the one who said it killed.
I got 6 cents in my bank account right now. He ain't getting shit.
You gotta take it from. You gotta take these 6 pennies from my cold dead hands, bro.
Yeah.
Here we go. Boned out here. Keeping a loop with that 6H in the corner, man. I didn't know that you had to stand block that either for a while. Shouts to Zion to my local for saying, hey, man, you know why I'm looping that, right? You got to stand up. But here we go. Has the 50. The SMH is going to break the wall here. Clone evening up the rounds.
I mean, and now Clone just using that damage, using that ability to farm these plus frames to make it so hard to just find the right situations. But these reactions coming from Clone now. Fishy not getting easy pressure here, having to go for that Nodoki, having to go for those true 50-50 high-low situations. Deflect shield coming out from Clone, gets the close slash OTG, close slash far slash into the pile bunker, gonna get the wall stick, gonna get the super Mappa hunch.
100 on the side of Fishy here. Not gonna get that chance to spend it though. Oh, actually no, we do with the PRC with punish here. Not a lot of damage because of that PRC scaling. The flex shield keeping you back. Staying, oh man, staying safe with that PRC only for a moment though. Trying to get in with that sultry performance. Clone with the Dandy Step PB closes out that game.
The Dandy Step peanut butter. Oh, you gotta love it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta love it. You think it's creamy or chunky?
Bro, the way this connection looks, man, you tell me. Fill in the blanks. Here we go. I'm just trolling. I'm trolling. Game 4. See what we got here.
Going in here trying to go for that K Dandy pile bunker once again, but now we're just getting these neutral situations. Oh, going for that 6H once again. We do stand block it, but we don't actually punish the follow-up that comes from it. Clone has been frame trapping so well from these situations where people do try and stand block that 6H, but now got the 2K 6P into the super, gonna be able to break the wall, get that hard knockdown. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Eno.
I like how we're using that sultry just to get out of the corner. Yeah, the MLA keeps that pressure up, at least enough for us to get the block after Clone trying to 6P it down. This Master's Hammer looking strong. These OTG close slashes keeping it up. Good throw on that hammer from Fishy. Had the OTG lined up as well. An amazing round there for the Eno.
Exactly. Trying to go for these resets. Master's Hammer matters so much when applying that mix. Again, I keep saying it, but that the nerf to that overhead, making it 21 frames, really does make it harder to use the inside of pressure, but not impossible. Gonna get the counter hit, have those plus frames off of that 6H, get that perfect, going on to set point.
If I was the Slayer, man, getting my hammer thrown like that, I'd be a little weary at this point. You can't throw away the option, but Fishy definitely showing you that you can't be too straightforward with this pressure. That being said, just a simple pile bunker on the same side is all we need to get this loop started. Unfortunately, didn't get the bump ahead there, so Fishy throwing you back to the corner.
Now you got to rely on that deflect shield going in for that sultry performance. Trying to get this pressure started once again, goes in for the wall stick. We no longer have these wall slump opportunities there, so you got to break the wall and maintain that advantage with that positive bonus. FishyFishy trying to play that spacing game. Clone sliding around like the floor is ice. Gets a nice little confirm here. 5K 6H, but the combo drops. 6H no longer confirming into pile bunker on normal hit. Gonna make that combo drop, and we bait out the deflect shield. FishyFishy has the super, has the wall break, has the game. We're going to game 5.
Honestly, not surprised, man. Cloned, definitely, she is the, you know, she's the wrench in everyone's plan. She's going to come in and she's going to fuck up a top 8, taking names, looping people, and putting you on Twitter. Shout out to the clip we posted. Y'all go retweet that. But that being said, man, Fishy here on top of you, doesn't let you off. Clone has to keep the pressure up at all times, and what a good way at the start of this round.
Oh, exactly. The burst coming out here. Clone really wanting to keep this pressure up, trying to knowledge check FishyFishy with that 6H. The pile bunker gonna come out here, stand blocks that 6H there. FishyFishy not let off the hook yet. 2K2D gonna allow us for a reset. The situation gets the bite. Blood-sucking universe gonna put us back on set point in this game 5 winner's side set.
The low hidden by the note is the mix. Fishy going for a reset here in the corner. Clone with a confident step dash forward. Good just block on that Master's Hammer, but then the slash series is what gets the pickup after. Cross up connects. Clone goes for a reset herself. It's the same side. Didn't see that one coming. And with the 100-meter super, Clone going to be finishing this set 3-2.
Yeah, such a close set. Both these players played out so well, but whenever you're up against the Dandy Man, his bats, and a bunch of red health on your screen, not much you can do.
Here we go, guys. Loading into this loser side match. No losers on the screen. It's Ashi versus Kaneda. Ashiprogamer going to be coming up on this Faust. Kaneda having to go through some Faust, right? I think Kaneda took out Lurry on the loser side to get to where we are now. So probably going to be warmed up in this matchup. Already looking strong in this first round.
I mean, getting that super there, maybe could have killed if routing was a little bit different. Maybe got the clean hit. Was not exactly sure though. But Kaneda gonna secure that first round. Ashiprogamer, definitely a player that I know on a character that we've already seen once before in Lurry being on stream a little bit ago back in the VOD if you're watching on YouTube. But the hammer's coming out, the set play coming out with these items. Ashi using that burst.
In some standard knockdowns here with this 2D. Simply walking back to get that trumpet, jailing you down with that JH, using those extra frames afforded by the trumpet. I love how Kaneda tried to call out that item super with the Elcon. Man, it's moving too quick, I gotta say. Kaneda, despite this Mario Party minigame, getting back in with this 5D. Unfortunately, dropping the route and the throw, getting baited out too.
I mean, but not able to kill there. Kaneda still has a little bit of glimmering hope here. Goes in for the overhead. We're pushing as far as we can away from all those bombs on the other side of the screen. Some of them already exploding by now, but Ashy gonna fall with that JP and take these rounds to 1 apiece.
That JH keeping you back. Man, these elk hunts are just unfortunately timed, I gotta say. Ashy maybe playing her pressure in a way that Kaneda's not familiar with. So these low approaches have just been getting called out by simple 2Ps, by J2Ks. That being said, when Kaneda does get in, we cash out. That Tyrant Barrel looking good.
Clean hit. Going to be able to get us some damage, get us that wall break. Probably would have wall broke from a little bit away. But the 2S going to allow us to start running this pressure. Counter hit with the beak driver, catching Ashy, trying to press there. Has the counter hit close slash, goes for the PRC. And even with the scaling, we have the stamina, we have the DP. No burst on the side of Ashy. Kaneda taking up 1-0.
Strong play. Already starting off with an even round here, though. Could win either way. Kaneda with a well-timed RC to sniff out that burst. Also, like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. That close slash there on the other side, I don't want to call it lucky, but Kaneda just very quick on those buttons. So ready to cash it out as well. Definitely going in his favor here. But it is only the first game. We're playing first to 3. Starting off right here.
I mean, even with Guilty Gear's power level being lowered as it had in the most recent patch, this is still Guilty Gear. Big counter hits can happen. Got the Tyrant Rave after being able to get that new buff from the food now that is letting you rejuvenate a little bit of that stamina. Gonna use some of it here, get that follow-up. Kaneda getting that perfect, showing how they were able to take out Lurry 3-0, as Casper put it.
Man, we gotta let our man rest, bro. We gotta let our man rest, man. Ashy out here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this Faust, bro. Trying to oh, that crawl was so good. Able to get under that far slash there from Kaneda. That's a strong part about this matchup, right? You got a lot of very far reaching mids, like that beak driver. But if Ashy's strong with those crawls, getting counter hit here, tries to burst you back. The meteors. Oh my god.
Oh,
okay.
They missed.
Kaneda still had to give up our turn though in order to respect them, but insane that they didn't connect at all.
We're trying to complete that weekly. Gonna go ahead and get that wall break here, get that positive bonus without having to spend that tension. Ooh, and we're completing the weekly.
Pass complete Ukio.
Wow. Anyway, Kaneda able to take that round there, completing the battle pass challenge. Oh, it's so great to see.
1 weekly challenge complete, plus 900. Weeklies encountered in rooms? Fuck this game, bro. No, oh my god.
Dude, no.
It's the bracket.
Sucks.
It's a bracket. It should count, dude. Come on.
Man.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Team our creators, by the way. Here we go.
Jeek, you better go complete their challenge for him. That's messed up, man. Oh.
I'm going to Discord right now. I'm writing a complaint. Here we go. Game 3.
Yeah. Kaneda, even though Ashy's been showing the strong tech, even with the changes to crawl, still able to use it defensively, even when tapping that forward button. Kaneda doing a great job at kind of parsing through these items, getting out of these situations, but Ashy able to break that wall, get that positive bonus, even while we already have 50 on our side.
Oh, good jump in there. Was able to get around that banana bundle, or bunch, I should say. 2H clipping your toes. Trying to get around these bombs. You got another one in your back pocket. Oh, was respecting it, but it actually wasn't in range. Dude, we're playing Mario Party out here. Kaneda trying to get a far slash, but the trumpet keeping you down as well. Actually having fun with these ones. You can get that link on the 5K, but you got to look out for the chip. And that was enough for the mental stack for the cross-up 2K. Ashley getting this first round.
It's such a scary left-right situation to be caught in with all of these items absolutely peppering the screen. The mix gonna force out that burst from Kaneda. Kaneda down in the round count. trying to get something started here after Ashi getting that left-right situation. The absolute pandemonium coming out from these items. Ooh, gets a nice little counter hit here though. We have the stamina, we have the RTL, loses its vulnerability frames, but because it can do this.
Nade out here. Definitely the stars aligning for this Sin. You got the Just Mids crew out cheering for their local town hero. Good block on that 6H, but the delay cancel mix from Ashiprogamer. Come on!
No! Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We're getting through it. It's definitely getting chunky here. We're getting through it.
I mean, the 2K here going into that 2D, going to be able to get that combo here, but Kaneda confident it won't kill, having to go for that reset. The JD going to allow Kaneda to be able to get that hit there. Now trying to get something started with this 2S, such a strong button in Sin's kit. Going to be using that beak driver, goes for the ID back. JH going to be able to get that counter hit, has a nice little conversion. Going to be able to wall stick, but not if Ashi is able to say anything about it.
Oh, I love that disrespect there on the item toss. Was spaced out of that bomb. I don't even know if Ashi was ready for that one. Kaneda with some confident play gets rewarded with this Tyrant Barrel overdrive and this hard knockdown pressure. What's it going to be? The super jump getting 6P'd. And that 2S OTG from Kaneda closes out this set 3-0. A great way to end it, but the Sin comes out on top. Here we go. Oh, wow. Trade coming out on top here for Red, able to get that meaty 2P. Kaneda here getting that trade hit here, spending that stamina. 6K clipping your toes. Red spending the burst to push this Sin back.
Now we're just backdashing, trying to control and contest that space on the side of RedIAmNot, but Kaneda just playing that low cortisol neutral. Just staying back, just kind of staring, playing that low cortisol offense, blocking that reversal here. Gonna do the stamina-less combo, but has the RTL. Bam, bam, bam. Why? You're dead.
Had the 100 meter to ensure it right there. Kaneda, with some great awareness, was able to fully cash out that resource we had saved for the exact moment. But a well-timed JD there from RedIAmNot. Gets this counter hit and a cross-up. Kaneda feeling the pressure. Spends the burst, but gunned down immediately. That whole security bar cashed out on the damage and the 2K clip. Yo, Red going crazy.
I mean, after losing that first round, we're maybe starting to see a way that we can adapt to let us back into this game. Doesn't exactly get the wall stick there. The FD's coming out. The cancel costing all 100 security gauge. Going to tie it up at 1 round apiece.
Both of these players having that resource, right? I mean, Kaneda using that stamina when we can, especially on those hits, and also try to keep that pressure going as well. Red holding on to our stamina, I mean, our security right now because we're stuck in hit stun. Good just block there in the meaty, gets the throw punish after the 5Ds the mix. Kaneda spends the burst.
I mean, Farslash going to come out here using that beat driver, trying to kind of farm some of these plus frames. RedIAmNot, though, really on point with these confirms, uses that BRC, and while Kaneda was able to get the first round, RedIAmNot able to get the first game.
Do you look at the just blocks? Just. Yo, Red, it's almost like Red knows how to fight against Sin, bro.
You know, with you saying all those just, you know, RedIAmNot getting all those just blocks, and all of those hits were mids. I'm just saying, it might be a reference. Just saying.
Oh, that's the big brain right there. That's the big brain right there. Shouts Ontario.
Justing on mids. I'm just saying.
Fire. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That 6P to start us off. Red trying to be comfortable with that Farslash, but Kaneda got you in the corner. Some more just mids out here, but Kaneda does get that connection, sends you through.
I mean, so many beak drivers, so many times we spent that stamina on our hits, able to make these little neutral conversions matter so much. Gonna be able to get that clash cancel on that DP, kind of fling ourselves out of here. RedIAmNot looking kind of antsy and neutral, trying to get something started, trying to get something happening, but Kaneda able to get a nice little conversion here. JSJH gets the eat, gonna be able to break that wall. No stamina, no tension, but the positive bonus and that new buff gonna be able to fix that.
The second overhead does the trick. The same side, JH and the RC to sniff out that burst. Red goes for a reset here, throws you out of the corner for another throw back into it. RedIAmNot closing out that round. What a comeback.
I mean, RedIAmNot with this Goldlewis just able to do so much damage off of most of these conversions. Again, I've said it once, I'll say it again, the awareness to make the most out of these hits is really something that RedIAmNot is so strong with. But the 5P going into that beak driver, trying to get that space and neutral control. All we need is one hit from the side of RedIAmNot, but Kaneda gonna have all the resources in the world to start this turn and start this snowball.
Being preemptive here with the 6P. I see you there, Kaneda. Red still clipping your toes though with these BTs. Great damage. Has that security for this drone, but a good beak driver there from Kaneda, nullifying that mechanic entirely. Had the 50 built up. Kara cancels you through here. Either player's game got the hard knockdown to back you up, but the meaty close slash gonna be answered by this overdrive.
We're not able to kill though. Not cranked enough on that joystick to make those extra grenades come out, but the burst fate gonna catch you with the back hit of that drone. RedIAmNot almost losing so many times, still finding a way to hold on and go up 2-0.
Man, it had to be burst baited, right? Because if that burst connected, the drone would have went away, huh? So great stuff there and awareness from RedIAmNot. I mean, to be fair to Kaneda, was just a checkmate. Had to spend that resource there. Had to hope that Red didn't have it like that, but Red just fucking has it like that. We're going to game 3.
One game away potentially from RedIAmNot securing this top 4 situation, but Kaneda still trying here, using these beak drivers, using that gazelle step to try and get back in this situation, farm these plus frames, goes in for the 2K, able to get the meaty here from the eat, using this close slash stagger pressure to try and force RedIAmNot to some kind of guess between strike and throw.
Well, the cross up JH putting you in the wall here. Kaneda does have a lot of resources, and it was only a soft knockdown, so great answer here on the round start. Had the RTL to cash out with as well. Gonna have to wait for some of that stamina to come back, but the positive bonus to 50 in your back pocket, not a bad spot here. Red spins the burst, but gotta be careful.
Into the burn it down, into the Skyfish, just absolutely securing it from land, air, and sea. They don't call him the Secretary of Absolute Defense for nothing.
It definitely controls the... You're totally right, bro. Controls the skies. Controls the tides. Kaneda still trying to be strong here. Getting that eat buff. Trying to jail you back with that 2S. Red saying, hey, check out mine. Gets the drone out here. Going to follow up behind it. But Kaneda, nice throw.
Now just going in for this high-low situation, going straight into that Kara. We lose the last bit of stamina. Gonna have to wait for this bar that's currently coming to regenerate back. The counter hit gonna come out, but RedIAmNot willing to save that burst, understanding that it's kind of a sinking ship to try and save at this point, but still on set point. Kaneda still fighting for bracket life.
And these 6Ps are looking good. It's definitely a good fight from this Sin. The Just Box coming out on these special moves, getting in with that JD, trying to scoop you with the load. I love the delay security cancel there from Red, catching you off guard, catching the backdash as well. Kaneda with the delay burst spend gets rewarded. No stamina, does have the 50 for the mix, but the stagger 2K gets you a counter hit on Red's 2P. You're hard knocked down right now.
Not only that, but the ability to confirm into that 2K 2D into the Tyrant Rave gonna allow us to get that positive bonus on our side, but we have to use it trying to get away from RedIAmNot's pressure. We have the BRC, we have the ability to go ahead and get all 1080 degrees of this super. 1, 2, 3 gets the wall break and you're dead. RedIAmNot gonna be able to advance into this bracket with some really close matches.
Yeah, dude, actually good point. I don't know the last time I've seen this matchup out here, but yeah, it's going to be some resets, some air movement. We'll see what we got here. Fishy dancing around, So is Hiho trying to get up under those HCLs. Unfortunately, didn't get that 5K link after. Fishy trying to get up out of that corner the old-fashioned way with the jump. Hiho keeping it down. Fishy got to spend the burst. Gets rewarded, though, with this corner carry route.
And just going for that JD situation here. Capel into the fast fall, trying to kind of bait Fishy into pressing, trying to do something here other than responding to the situation at hand. Close slash into the 2D, gonna allow us to get that hard knockdown into that H-disc mix. We're seeing it once again, far slash or close slash conversion, going in for these resets like you were talking about a little bit earlier, Jeek.
Able to cash out though with that Septum Voices. Hiho gonna mix you until we got that 50. Then we're gonna cash out and get the big damn 6P right there though. Gonna be rewarded with this H-disc after. I mean, dude, people that four-way mix you are no stranger to blocking the four-way mix, so you're gonna have to try really hard if you're open up Fishy here. I mean, right there was a good start. The bad moon, no meter to follow it up, but did get this counter hit here in the corner. Fishy feeling that pressure with our back to the wall. Hiho getting pressed back with this FD. Fishy with a great sultry performance to get out of that corner. The gold burst pushes you back.
Ooh. It's absolutely pushing forward, tries to go for the confirm, but it doesn't end up working out for us. Hiho trying to go for the burst bait, but it only gets ourselves put inside the corner. Now FishyFishy gets to go to work. Gets to show us why they're in this top 8. Might have lost in that first round, but 5th place is no joke, especially whenever you're going up against Hiho. Tries to go for a reset. Super does end up coming out, but Hiho has the punish, shows the labbing of the matchup, taking this first game.
Didn't they actually, not trying to make anybody lose a match out here, but didn't they actually change that recently where you can just block it all out now and get a close slash when she lands? Because you're right, that was a thing. You had the close slasher while she was in the air. Did they change that, or am I crazy?
Yeah, they changed it.
Okay,
it's,
okay.
I'm not sure exactly how minus it is now on the second hit, but it's no longer plus.
Okay, minus 18. Oh yeah, you were close slashing that, bro. I know you were full charge dusting that, I think. Well, no, you're not.
It's definitely a lot more interesting to commentate, Zavi, with Wild Assault being gone. I think it is.
I mean, definitely has made some characters play a lot more, less linearly, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, G.
Right now we got you mixed up, or rather we got you held down, trying to mix you up. But Fishy finds a chance to get that gold burst, actually. Nice! Air to air with that JP. Catches you with the low. Taking Hiho to the corner here. Getting caught. I gotta say, man, Fishy been doing good about blocking the Millia 4-way, but then mixing up Hiho right back when we get the hits.
And now getting put into this high-low blocking situation. Hiho trying to just down back, trying to just weather the storm with all this tension, but Fishy able to kind of crack open that defense, taking this first round here. Big 6H counter hit. Hiho showing the expertise, showing the knowledge, and the confirms. Gonna get that reset. Gonna try to go for that left-right situation. Goes in for the strike throw. We got strike throw, high, low, left, right, JH, TK, Bad Moon. Gonna be able to set up for another mix situation, and you're in the blender.
Oh, dude, even if Fishy wanted to spend the burst there, I did not expect that wall splat to come out. The Sultry actually connecting, but the JH hitting on both sides. Hiho 5K'ing you down, evening up the rounds. Both players going with their full burst meter here in this game too. Fishy been very good about the air-to-airs. Has a lot of options, right? You just saw the HCL. Hiho gonna be able to send you through though with this double JD. That's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, especially whenever you're able to get these perfect hits. Even characters like Millia can do a good sizable chunk of damage. We might even see the same thing from Eno here if we're able to get the right hit. Gonna be able to put into the wall. Tries to go in for that stroke the big tree, but it doesn't end up working. Sultry performance gonna allow us to get this burst out of Hiho. Both these players so close to being able to secure the second game in this dog fight of a match. 6B reacts to... Don't laugh at me. 6B gonna react to this.
It did catch me off guard. I get what you were trying to say, but I'm like, hello?
Yeah. What, you don't mess with the dog fat of a match?
I don't know if anybody's messing with this Millia mix, bro. The YRC connects, gets the punish, keeps you in the corner. The counter hit on that 6H. What a close game too. Fishy comes out on top.
Both these players absolutely fighting their hearts out. There's a reason why this set is tied up right now at 1 apiece. FishyFishy showing just how strong this offensive layered mix can be with Eno, with this note, with this high-low specifically, but Hiho just showing the absolute links that you can go to with left, right, up, down, BA, start Konami code type mix.
I love Hiho in the chat. Not surprised to see him typing mid-match, but giving his opponent compliments, that was a really good 6H actually. Good sport, Hiho typing mid-match. Getting caught here, spends the burst to keep you back. Fishy dancing around that H-disc, but that counter hit close slash going to keep you down in the corner. Fishy actually going to be able to get a burst and then press out of that corner, catching you with this JS.
Especially in these situations where you're just able to push so much. Going to go in for that low there. Has the ability to keep ourselves plus with that RC, gonna be able to break the wall there, converting that burst into a cornered situation. Hiho losing around there, but definitely not out.
The conversion here. I like how we still have the time to get that OTG close slash, to get that set up after. Fishy still holding that W key though. Trying to get this set up here, but the Septum Voices, one more reset. Going to be enough to kill. Linking that 2P, Gatling rather, that 2P and the 6P. Hiho evening up the rounds here once again.
I mean, now going to try and bait out some type of button inside of neutral. JH, what a confirm from Hiho. Going to be able to reset into the Capel. The Artemis to break the wall there. Look at that damage just falling off of FishyFishy Jeek.
With that positive bonus cranking, both these mixed masters taking a chance to be a little bit more patient there in the neutral, gives Hiho that chance to get that 50 built up. Compelling around that 6P, doesn't get the punish, but doesn't get punished. Trying to maneuver through the air right above Fishy's head, which can be a hard angle for this Eno,
something O, trying to break this wall O. Artemis so gonna be able to take Hiho up into the set count of 2-1. Hiho 1 game away from securing the set and making it into that loser's semifinal.
Liking what we're seeing. Not gonna lie, I got like got a hair in my throat right there. That's why I don't know if I sounded weird. It sounded like you felt like I sounded weird, Ukio, but
well, no, you said O a lot. You just said O a lot. I just figured I had to do something with it.
And then I couldn't breathe, so I muted my mic on OBS.
It's like you muted your mic like, huh?
Okay, guys, rolling into game 4 here. Hiho's not typing, so you know my man is fully locked. Throws away the key out here in this game 4. Fishy getting, oh my god, the same side actually connecting there. That was some crazy mix. Hiho got the H-disc, the threat of it, holding back out of it, try to get a 6P, but maybe got counter hit there on that JH. Hiho putting your back to the wall.
I mean, what you know about TK Bad Moon in this day and age? Bad Moon gonna come out here, able to set up the H-disc raw from the RC. FishyFishy just can only really hold down back here. Hiho gonna be able to get a perfect not type it in chat, really allowed them to lock in and put themselves on set point.
That being said, getting some counter hits here. Fishy. Hiho spending that. Oh, didn't get that punish on that whiff sultry, but did get this counter hit after. In a good spot. Nice. I like that Fishy is willing to challenge these air approaches from Hiho, finding those gaps to get those anti-airs, and then gets rewarded with crazy damage like this. Now, this champion with the hard knockdown can be a tricky one to deal with. Going to be FishyFishy evening up the rounds here. Idolo just in time with that raid. Thank you, homie. It's been a close set so far.
You're joining into an absolute barn burner between these two mix masters. FishyFishy on the Eno, Hiho on the Millia. Going to show you the left-right situation from this H-disc. Hard knockdown. Goes in for the turbo fall. Gets the left-right situation. Fishy not wanting to take the kill here. Trying to get that burst. Trying to get something happening in neutral with that JH. Going to get the low into the note mix. The winger going to come out on the JS-JD mix double overhead situation. Goes in for the Artemis, even though we're a little minus there. Hiho willing to take a risk. Gets a nice little counter hit. JH into the double hair car. Hiho going to be able to secure this round and go into that loser's semifinal.
Rolling into this match, guys. Scissors wants to get up into... Actually, no, you're guaranteed in the money, right? If you're here on the winner side, you're guaranteed top 3. So already in that Macho prize split. Big shout out to these players. You can contribute to that for free by claiming those Macho codes. Every 4 codes claimed for free puts $1 in the pot. But really appreciate y'all doing that. Clone would appreciate you doing it. She's got this PB loop here, trying to keep the pressure up, but Scissors building 50 is ready with the parry.
One of the bigger changes that happened to Slayer is that these pile bunker loops did get changed a little bit. Some of these more odds and ends situations, having to go for a little bit harder of a loop to get that extra bit of damage, and it really did matter here. Scissors trying to turn the tides here off of one single hit and able to get 2 touches here. Scissors able to take the first round of your winners finals.
Scissors finishing you off in 2 touches. Clone gonna give you 2 tickets to the show. Try to get you with that bump ahead. Does get this punish here with that 5K. Mixing you up with the cross up dandy. Man, she knows how to weave those in and catch y'all off guard. The same side close slash getting answered by the burst. Scissors jailing you backward. I love how Clone is just still trying to map it through, holding that W key, and it pays off. Don't it right there, Clone finishing off that round.
K-Dandy didn't work out, goes for another K-Dandy. Surely it will work this time type of neutral. I respect it though. Going for that Hand of Doom, not able to RC it anymore. The burst coming out, trying to go for far slash on that, but now we're just farming these plus frames from Scissors. 6K, we've already seen that once this bracket stream, but not able to get the confirmed though. We have the last horizon, but is it going to kill with this much scaling?
It's Anji, so it never kills. Oh! It's your life savings, Zukio.
No, it's not. You're offering up 6 cents. What are they gonna do with that? What are they gonna do with 6 cents, man?
I mean, you start investing it now. Every 7 years it doubles, so then you'll have 12 cents.
You know what you could do though? You know what you could do? Could go into that Matcherino and claim a code.
You could claim a code worth more than Ukio's life savings right now. And in fact, I see the ticker going up. Thank y'all very much for that. Still got, I think, like 26 codes remaining. So if you guys didn't mind, please claim those free codes at the Matcherino while you got a second monitor up with Clone trying to take you to the show. Scissors with a good 2P mash. I like that same side PB, delay, PRC to keep it up here. Getting a punish, meaty close slash. Scissors not ready for that one. Spends the burst to keep you back. Dude, Clone does not give a crap about your projectiles, man.
Good here for the Hand of Doom in that situation. Going for the tap dust, has the universe counter hit. Gonna be able to get that combo. Clone doing that high dodge crit rate build. Man, it...
Oh, okay. Scissors preemptive on this defense. Got that first throw. Bet it all on another, but Clone spacing you out here gets rewarded with that far-reaching wall splat. SMH the follow. Look at that damage.
Wow. You know, some things change. Some things stay the same. Slayer and the Big 26 still doing damage. Scissors gonna be able to use that super to break the wall here, trying to climb back and get a little bit momentum on our side with the positive bonus, but Clone using that K-Dandy right into that bunker once again, trying to go for that 6K, goes in for the side switch, but Scissors not having any of it. Gonna be able to get that back throw. The gold burst coming out from Scissors though, but Clone just absolutely throwing this K-Dandy bunker to the wind.
100 meter on the side of Scissors, bro. The world is your oyster on this Anji. That fast RC finishes it off. Scissors confirms that Fujin hit into this wall break, evening up the rounds. Clone has a little bit of a burst advantage. We'll see if that manifests in anything substantial. Getting these plus frames off that 6H on crouch. Does get this It's Late to knock you down in the corner. Facing out these overheads. Scissors holding that down back very comfortably. Just has the time to look for the punish. to try to get out. She does not care about your projectiles, homie. I hate to break it to you.
It's like the 5th time she's done that. But now Clone is farming these plus frames with that 6H. Scissors been showing that she is able to block it out, but the Kara bite close slash gonna be able to get us our combo. Clone able to close out that round. They're going up 2-0, 1 game away from securing that winner's side grand final appearance in your Jeekly 98.
These games going either way. That one looked pretty quick towards the end, but mind you, that was like a 40-second round right there of Scissors very comfortably just blocking it out with her chest there. But because that wrist gets cranked, Cloned needs a couple hits only to finish off the round. Good preemption there, rather, what do I even call that? It was a counter hit, but Clone trying to pull up on that dandy step. Does get in eventually here. The goal burst getting spent. The spin connects. Scissors going to get out of this corner.
Wake up, spin to win. Trying to do something here. Clone just absolutely sending these K dandies to try and bait Scissors into pressing to use that spacing, but 100 tension on our side. Not phased by anything Clone is doing now. Tap Dust gonna be able to get that counter. 0 on block, so you gotta press or 0 on hit, so you gotta press that fast move if you want to be able to contest.
Oh, trying to get that dandy through. Scissors close slashing you on the other side here. Clone gonna go down with all that meter. Unfortunate stuff. Taking on the chin, trying to get forward here, but that dandy step getting spaced out. Scissors ready with the throw, and you see them being preempted with 2S and such as well. That being said, Clone trying to get you with the same side, getting blocked out here. Okay, getting tricky, but good air dash.
Going for that delay PRC there. 2K2D gonna allow us to get something going, but the gonna be able to connect, and we're only gonna do 3 or 4 of them. Just a couple as a treat.
Just a little treat here from this Anji Mito. Giving you something to chew on. But I like that fast PRC here. Scissors getting a game on the board after mixing up Cloned with that enhanced Rin. Finish off game 3.
I mean, we've already seen a couple of game 5s tonight, and I know I'm not one to say I want to see a couple more. I'd like to see a couple more. I can't lie. I can't lie. All right? And like Clone, one of my favorite players. No bias. No bias.
Some of the most fun I've ever had commentating was Cloned clipping somebody. So,
great.
but we'll see. I mean, Scissors so consistent up here, already guaranteed in that top 3 spot. Going to get a slice of that Matcherino that you can contribute to for free by claiming those Matcherino codes. Cloned, however, trying to get a slice of this pie as well. She's got that 2-game lead out here, building up that tension, linking to the 2P. Scissors ready with the burst.
I mean, one bit of adaptation that Clone is showing is that realizing that whenever Scissor stand blocks these 6H attempts, going to try and get the mash, but Scissors able to kind of counteract that neutral presence with that parry there. We've already seen it once, we've seen it twice, goes for the down back, gets the cross up, but doesn't end up getting the mix. I know I would have gotten hit.
Scissors too good though, man, I gotta say. Especially some of these latter rounds has just not been getting slayered. You know what I mean? That's what Clone is good at. She's good at just like making you feel dumb with the way she hits you. But Scissors has not been falling over to that. In fact, has been playing a very stable game, has been slowing Clone down to the point that where now she's got to deal with this Fujin loop. Scissors got you in the corner, the Rin connects, but the backdash very well timed from Clone.
I mean, it's one of these situations where Clone is just able to turn the tides of these rounds so quickly, even with the lower defensive modifier, even with the guts. Look at all the damage that Scissors is taking, but not absolutely not phased at all in the slightest. Goes straight for that throw. Burst already comes out, goes for the 2P, gets the 2H, has the burst, but maybe not going to use it.
I don't know if it kills. Yeah, Anji a little too tanky here. Scissors with 50 and the burst, but the 6K from Clone jumping over that throw, going to even up the rounds and put herself on set point.
It's so nasty the way that Clone uses the 6K, getting so much mileage out of it here. The Master's Hammer gonna allow us to get a nice little hit here. Going for it once again. We've seen Clone use so much of this K Dandy neutral tool, but now the JD gonna be able to air stall us just a little bit to make that 6P whiff. Such a great piece of awareness from Scissors, but all the tension in the world. Scissors trying to send us to a game 5 here, Jeek.
And Clone trying to finish off this before we get there. Goes for that. It's late. Nice jump back there from Scissors to get away from that Master's Hammer. But Clone with this counter hit and this PB loop. Gonna get another meaty, but Scissors with the throw. Very confident there. The PRC on the hop mixes you up. Another 50 in the back pocket. And the counter hit brings us to game 5. Scissors not getting cheese today.
I mean, that's one of those situations where the routing changes on Slayer matter so much. Not able to get that pile bunker confirmed like we potentially wanted, and Scissors able to confirm it into some nasty mix. But the potential for all of the mental stack that Scissors has been applying sends us into this game 5 here, where only one winner can be crowned and only one can go into grand finals on winner's side.
I mean, looking at our top 4. RedIAmNot, our only previous winner of the Jeekly, and there's a 75% chance we crown a new champion tonight. And on the winner side, Scissors and Clone have a good shot at that. It could be either player here as Clone keeps up this pressure after that red RC. Scissors not afraid to play the defense against this Slayer, especially against one of the best. Getting those frames off of 6H, still trying to check you with that 2P. Clone building up the meter, gets that PB counter hit, and with this early super, still not enough to kill.
Even with the risk there, you got to be able to do an option here if you want to. The parry gonna come out from Scissors, really trying to get this round after the resources we spent the low. Gonna come out from Clone, 1 round on the board, 1 round closer to being able to get into this grand finals on winner's side.
Oh my god, Scissors just not getting cheesed at all. Backdashing these hammers, but the counter hit close latch from Clone. She's got 50 in the back pocket. The cross up connects. Scissors, will we get it? We will get a chance for one more burst if Clone lets you. Gets the bite. The bump ahead. Immediate cancel to the 100. And Clone moves on to grand finals after a very close game 5.
Exactly. Clone doing such a great job at keeping calm, keeping that composure, not letting Scissors reverse this and making it such a insanely close set. Man, these game 5s are amazing, G. All right. Coming in here to your losers semi-final of the Jeekly 98. Both of these players trying to vie for a spot to face Scissors in losers finals with that crazy game 5 set we just watched versus Clone. But RedIAmNot getting sent down here by Scissors, maybe trying to vie for a rematch, but Hiho trying to get into that loser's side, making a pretty crazy run through losers.
FDing you back here on these BTs. Hiho with a great start, but Red already showing you what this Goldlewis can do. It's steal your hopes and dreams, one guard crush at a time. Oh my god.
Oh god. Typhoon's just swinging that coffin with that cryptid and maybe a couple of other things in there like a gun and a giant grenade, doing a little bit of damage to you, but Hiho not phased at all. Gonna be able to get this hard knockdown into that H disc to the JH to make it gapless. But now we're playing neutral once again, just backing up left and right, back and forth, using that compel to get out of there. Tried to go for the whiff punish on that far slash, but it ended up working out. 5K into the TK bad move, can catch anybody. Going in for another high-low situation, but RedIAmNot privy to the fakeness of that compel.
Oh my god. Oh, we're carrying you all the way to the wall, getting every hit of that bad moon. Some manual delays in that ladder right there in order to be rewarded with a string like that. So great play there from Hiho. Spends the burst here though. Red with a strong start in this round and is going to keep it going after that JD counter hits.
Millia flying in from the top turnbuckle with that JH, showing the original fake Millia what it's like to do a left-right mix up. The 2K2D gonna come out from Hiho. Gonna go for that burn it down, and we go right into it like moths to a flames, or more like mosquitoes to a fly swatter. Gonna try and go back and forth. RedIAmNot throwing out these giant red hurt boxes, trying to get Hiho to get accidentally clipped on this approach. But now we get the JH, the Estes gonna come out here, but not gonna be able to get us that hit like we want. But the 2K2D, this is how the comeback would start if it's going to happen.
With some strong turbo falls in this game one so far. Doesn't have the 50 to confirm those 2Ps to a red RC, and with that spacing, try to call out the burn it down call with that Septum Voices. Getting cornered though, red saying, hey, my overdrive may be a little bit better than yours. I do like what Hiho was trying to do there with that Septum Voices call out, and it got rewarded with the frames here. But RedIAmNot all of a sudden has you cornered. As you clip by that BT. Very close first game.
Honestly, high key, I saw that burn it down beam come down and I went, nooch. Oh yeah. We're gonna see some fair and balanced Guilty Gear neutral right there. Buff it down. I respect it.
Oh, good stuff here on the start though. The very confident 6H getting rewarded with the counter hit. The corner steal turning into the cross up. Red is going to be able to get out of this corner. Hiho keeping you on the floor there with that Capel. Does have to spend the burst after that hit connects. Red, no fear here in the corner. That being said, Hiho finding these resets. Nice throw after stealing the corner again.
Nice little throw there, trying to get that throw. RedIAmNot knowing that that's a little bit fake if the JH doesn't come out, but the far slash trying to confirm into the Septum Voices, but it does not work out. Gets a big counter hit here. Gonna be able to bounce off the wall. Goes for the hard knockdown into the JH left-right mix setup.
Oh, another counter hit. BT comes out. Red sitting you down to close out that first round here. Both players putting on a show. Hiho gotten you mixed up. Red with a strong start here, though. This time the same side JH connects. Has the super to spend for this hard knockdown to follow it up after. You do got the burst on the side of Hiho. Will have the 50 here soon enough as well. Just doesn't have the privilege of that HP.
I mean, but now just playing this neutral with that burst. Tries to go for a funky setup here maybe with that. But now you got to deal with the high-low from the hair car RC. Not even RedIAmNot can block forever. Going to be able to go for the strike throw situation. Gets the JH to secure it. The Bad Moon gonna be able to get another high-low, but we get the fuzzy jump here. Goes in for the TK Bad Moon. Gonna be able to get this positive bonus, but we have so little resources to work with, even from a health standpoint. Gonna go for the burn it down. Gonna try to get this chip out situation, but the overhead ends up hitting.
Strong stuff. Red commits every resource to that, right? You have to spend the 50 tension. You're spending the full security for the maximum time burn it down, and you have to burst your opponent away in the first place. But insult to injury, right? When your opponent is only on a pixel, Hiho is like, please don't chip me out. Has to FD every single hit. And even that's not enough. Red weaving in that overhead to put ourselves 2-0.
I mean, big red hurt boxes versus tiny woman in a Siberian coat and outfit. There's only so much you can really do in these situations. Defending.
Yeah, we got Hiho in the chat, by the way, saying, "Hey guys, how do I beat that super?" And Cribby out here trying to give some matchup advice here on the fly. Like, we'll see if it pays off.
I mean, but now trying to get back into this neutral once again. Tries to go for the hair car to get underneath the drone, but it doesn't end up working out. Now you're stuck into the mercy of RedIAmNot in this swinging coffin. Gonna be able to get that confirmed, and RedIAmNot is one round away from seeing scissors once again in that losers finals.
And I'm seeing those codes get claimed like crazy. Thank y'all very much for that. The winner of this match gets into that prize pool. So if you want to support your players, you can claim those codes for free. We still got a couple remaining. Red saying, hey, I'll take a little bit of that. Gonna super you through here. Hiho is getting hard knocked down. Does have that burst. Will be getting that 50 soon enough. Great 2P mash. They try to get back on Red, but a 2P mash right back from the Goldlewis.
Is absolutely swanging that thing in the air of the night. RedIAmNot gonna be able to close out this set 3-0 and has a shot at the reverse sweep of this bracket, but just has to get through Scissors though. Great. All right, getting us started here with this losers final set of your Jeekly 98. Only one of these players can go into grand finals through that losers side. We've already seen this set once tonight in losers quarterfinals, where Scissors was able to win a barn burner of a close set. That 3-2 still lingering in the air off of that final hit. RedIAmNot getting a chance after making it through that losers side of the bracket, with Scissors being sent down here by our queen waiting up there in grand finals on that Slayer. Both of these players coming out strong, getting these hits. Alrighty, here 2P coming out from Scissors, gonna be able to start this pressure a little bit, but RedIAmNot gonna get clipped by this 5H. A big counter hit coming out here, high-low situation. JH gonna get you the cross up. 2K into the drone, gonna allow us to get this pressure started once again. Absolutely chipping away at that faultless defense. Intention, a big counter hit. Gonna be able to convert into this super.
Trying to finish off this round. Only one more hit to do it. Scissors with so much resources, but gonna have to spend a lot of it on that FD. Red with a couple extra bullets in the chamber, trying to see if we can't keep you honest out here. 2S to keep you back. The JD to finish the round. Red with a very strong game one.
I mean, this is exactly the kind of momentum that you can build going through losers side like that, claiming body after body. But Scissors did get through here by beating RedIAmNot and making it into that winner's final set. Scissors, though, trying to rely on that whiff punishing that gave them that first set to advance in this bracket, and not really working out for that first game.
See what we got here rolling to this game two. Reminder, y'all, they played earlier on stream at the start of this winners. You got to go back in that bot or check it out on the YouTube when we get it uploaded to see how that one went. Scissors here consistently making up in these top fours. Won the backpack brawl earlier tonight. Wants to get another win under the belt if they can do it. Nice job blocking that Rin. In fact, getting a punish with the close slash. Try to bet it all on throw. Scissors still getting called out after that JD air stall. The cross up JH comes out, but the burst spent from Scissors to slow it down. Nice punish on the gun.
The far slash able to catch the startup of that Skyfish coming out, but we get the reversal super. Not going to be able to kill though. Scissors and Anji just having that defensive modifier and guts on our side. Going to try and go for that BRC tech that we saw against Macho a little earlier in the bracket, but not exactly working how we expected against RedIAmNot and the Goldlewis.
Oh, nice job able to backdash away from that BT. The drone keeping you down here, though. Nice job getting that Rin, the two-piece, keeping you back here. Enhanced Fujin getting blocked out. Red getting counter hit on this approach, and Scissors keeping you in the corner with this counter hit.
I mean, confirming into that enhanced version of the overhead, going to be able to get that wall bounce or the ground bounce here, but the reversal super, we've seen it once already from RedIAmNot, and willing to do it once again, following behind that drone, just using these giant big hitboxes. RedIAmNot able to call out the parry. Scissors with only a little bit of sliver of health left, but has a couple of attention to our name. Gonna use that Kara parry to secure this round.
Woo! Getting the rounds evened up here, bro. Scissors about to get that burst in the back pocket. Red with a good jump. Oh my gosh, I like getting that JK to connect at the perfect range to get a punish after. Scissors with some good just blocks, but getting clipped by that low. Red trying to scoop you back, but the gold burst connects.
Bar slash gonna come out here. Gets a nice counter hit here for RedIAmNot, but bad for Scissors. Gonna be having to down back once again. These Typhoons coming out with extreme prejudice. Gonna be able to fully crank this super. going to be able to break that wall, and RedIAmNot is one game away from getting back into that grand finals that we've seen them in so many times before.
Red is always up here in these top threes, bro. No stranger to fighting it out. Sometimes it's simple. We stay on the winner's side. We don't drop a set. Sometimes the funnel gets a little too tight and we got to claw up through losers like the champion we are. Red, the second most winningest player in the Jeekly, period. And we're about to claim all those Macho codes, y'all. There's only a couple remaining. Thank you for putting in that last big push here. Every player you see on the screen from this point on is going to get a cut. It's up to you how big it gets for free. Scissors with a great confirm on that round start, trying to just block you back. Red with that up forward, gets a 2P anti-air, but a just block back. Scissors playing strong in this Anji.
Oh yeah, trying to use that and this prowess in neutral with these buttons to try and catch RedIAmNot off guard, but it's not really working here in this set. Able to use these big buttons to get us a high-low situation with the PRC, but it doesn't go into our favor with RedIAmNot using that burst there. The overhead comes out, tries to go for that delay PRC, but RedIAmNot sticking out that button. That active hurt bot's going to stop Scissors from continuing this pressure.
I mean, we're getting the pressure right now. Back to the wall. Red getting beat up here, trying to get that 2P press, but Scissors countering you right back with the same button. Getting around here. Red with a tiny bit of a burst advantage, but of course is down that round. Is getting a great start to this round here with that counter hit to knock you down. Has that 50 built up already. Going to see if we can't get it up here on the mix. Maybe a delay PRC in the near future. No, it's going to be the Red RC drone catching you with the 5K low. Scissors sent through here with the overdrive. Red, very confident round. Not enough to kill, but only one more guess it could take.
Not enough to kill, but definitely enough to get us a really hard to deal with situation unless we want to use the burst this round. Perfect on the side of RedIAmNot, putting themselves on set point. Scissors definitely does already have a round, has that burst to work with the JH of the left-right situation. Gonna try and get this neutral going, this pressure started, the overhead coming from RedIAmNot. These IBFDs are only going to do so much for us in this state of need. No resources, barely any health. The only thing building is the risk gauge, and RedIAmNot is going to secure a spot in grand finals on loser's side.
Ukio's right. Definitely been having some new players coming up in here and how far they've been going, and history could be made tonight. RedIAmNot, the second most winningest character player in the Jeekly, but cloned. This could be her first time taking that champion spot. We'll see what we got. That being said, this Goldlewis definitely taking you through a speed run on this first round.
Well, yeah, Clone been in this situation so many times. I know from watching VODs, trying to learn on my own Slayer, that Clone gets into this situation so many times. It's gotten so close, but now you got to make it through RedIAmNot. But you do have that 3-game cushion, making it from winner's side. But now the wall break going to take us through. But nice little mash, seeing the little bit of a run up here, trying to get something started, trying to go and frame that, get that frame trap from the -6H.
Oh, wow, that 2K, great stuff right there. Clone having the chance to make sure her burst comes out. Red almost calling out that 6K loop that Clone loves to go for. Been getting Twitter clips tonight with that setup. Red with a simple up forward just nullifies the whole thing to get this first game.
I mean, Clone already been made her Twitter clip one time. You're not getting another one versus RedIAmNot. Trying to maybe build that confidence, but RedIAmNot taking the first game of this set in blistering fashion. Clone definitely not out of it though.
Duel 1, let's rock here in this game 2. Clash canceling here. Red able to get that knockdown. Clone scooping you down. Both players sharing their burst meters back and forth. Didn't get the punish there on that JH. Is clipping you with these 2Hs. Red got to watch your toes. Speaking of, 2S getting a counter hit here, putting Clone in the corner.
Trying to go for that overhead, but it's total duration just too long for it to come out when we want to. This far slash is putting in work for RedIAmNot. Going to be able to secure this first round in the second game of this grand final set.
Yo, Red speed running right now, trying to get through this game before the chorus hits on this birthday train. See what we got here. The overhead connects. The burst spend from Clone catches you with that bump ahead. Gets the counter hit. So a nice combo confirm after. But the close / meaty answered by this overdrive. Red going to try to go for a low BT. Good throw from Clone.
Goes in for the meaty situation, but the throw on that Master's Hammer, not letting Clone get away with that fake pressure. RedIAmNot up 2-0 in insanely fast fashion.
Liking what we're seeing, man. Red out here saying, hey, I don't care who's in my path. I don't care what history you're trying to make. I'm trying to win this bracket. Already up 2 games here in this grand finals. Of course, coming from the loser side, like Ukyo said earlier, you got that 3-game cushion. Clone here, getting back on the stand, taking a breather, rolling into this game 3. This is your chance to get as much information as possible. How is Red playing? How is Red getting these hits? What kind of setups are we going for? Of course, they're also hot coming from that loser side, winning a couple sets here back to back. So Clone gonna have to warm up here.
I mean, and again, we saw Hiho make that monstrous losers run and was able to gain so much momentum, and now RedIAmNot probably feeling that also, being able to go ahead and run it through here, trying to go for these situations where we farm these plus frames and establish these frame traps, but RedIAmNot just not pressing the big counter hit here. Gonna be able to get us a good bit of damage in a time of need.
Gonna get this hard knockdown. Not gonna get that 50 here just in time. Try to go for the Kara bite, but Red not afraid to send these overdrives on Clone's meaty setups. Try to go for an anti-air potentially, but gets counter hit on that jump cancel from Red. Takes this round, puts themselves on the reset point.
I mean, just 1 round away from sending us to another set in this tournament. Clone, though, trying her best to stop the bleeding, not letting RedIAmNot run away with it, but the deflect shield gets baited out by RedIAmNot. Going in for this JD, trying their absolute best to not let Clone get anything started. 100 tension on the board, fully cranking it. Gonna be able to get this level 3 super. We're going to a reset, Jeek.
And with this reset, y'all, I think only 5 or so codes remain in the match arena. Please help us contribute and claim those codes. Would really appreciate y'all doing that as we're rolling into this reset. Now, I watched that Evo where our boy was able to come back against Red Ditto. Do you remember it was 2025? In case you what the moo, even though losing the reset 3-0 to Red Ditto, won it right back 3-0 in grand finals after getting that time, getting that information. See what we have here. Cloned has that chance, using what she just learned here, using that Slayer privilege, this big damn, to see what we can do here. Confident round start. Red answering back with the 2K. Clone spends the burst, the JK as well. Red with some great call outs. We're locked in right now, Ukyo. Oh my gosh, we're trying to find a chance to press. There it is, the 5K counter hit. Clone getting out of that corner, but Red dealing so much damage with those guard crush frames, with that chip damage. The drone keeping you down in the corner. It's going to be enough to chip you out here. Minigun to shoot you down here. Trying to get that wake up button. Red with a counter hit. Clone having her burst, but having the spender on the other side of the wall here. She will have her 50. Red being a very confident player here with that far slash, trying to catch you out. The deflect shield to push it back, spending that full security on the gun that just blocks to try to save some meter. Great play there from Clone. Gets that rising jump normal. Red blocking you out here afterwards. Very good 2K, getting a counter hit into a punish. RedIAmNot, as quickly as we reset the bracket, we're winning this game 1. Red trying to get up through this grand final speed run, bro. Red slowing this match down entirely to a screeching halt with only 1 code remaining. By the way, in that match arena, I'm hitting refresh. Only 1 code remaining. Thank y'all very much to the other 49 code claimers. Help us be that 50th to add that money to the prize pool. 100% to the players. Red out here not giving you much of a chance to do so as fast as they're winning this bracket. There's that code claim. Coned with a good trade counter hit in the air is able to get the setup after.
A nice little fuzzy there from the Master's Hammer, making the most of those guard crush frames. Gonna be able to get this conversion into the close slash 2S reset. Gonna be able to bait that super. A little bit of composure goes a long way. Clone gonna be able to claim this round.
Yeah, Red definitely has not been respecting those wake ups when we have 50. So Clone showing you, okay, I'll block it out. You're going to spend the 50. Oh, great backdash there.
Ooh, the Master's Hammer coming out from Clone. But now we're in such a weird situation. Gonna have to go for the little bit of a changed conversion here. Clone gonna be getting a hit a little bit. The BRC gonna make us plus, but RedIAmNot going for their own fuzzy super, gonna come out with the wall stick. Look at that damage. We're 1 hit away on both of these sides. Maybe 2 hits away from both of these sides.
Oh, and it's the throw. The overhead got cloned antsy there. And then the back throw, finishing off the round, spending the security to secure this knockdown. The overhead comes out as well. She has the burst to spend, gonna get that spend after the backdash getting clipped here. Red getting crossed up and punished here as Clone. I like this overhead setup she's doing. Catches you pressing. The counter hit Mappa. Looping this PB. Has the 100 as well. Oh my god, dancing around your 2K.
Ooh, gonna be able to get the kill here. Gonna tie up this set at 1 apiece. Both of these players playing their absolute hearts out right now. Clone finally getting a game on the board, stopping the bleeding, and getting some momentum back in her corner.
You definitely needed that, man. Definitely needed that. Needed some way to try, like you said, stop the bleeding. Cloned, fully capable of winning against the best out here. RedIAmNot definitely deserving of that mantle. Second most winningest player here at the Jeekly. Ready to get another one just like it's any other Friday. Cloned out here. She's the underdog. Even though she was on the winner's side, RedIAmNot is the one with the history, the one with the consistency. So it's going to be up to Clone to fully break the limits out here. She's looking strong, going to burst you into the corner, catching you with the 2H.
I mean, now just trying to capitalize off these mistakes that RedIAmNot is making. Every little hit is going to add up to more and more damage on to RedIAmNot's side. Clone trying to leverage this 100 tension, but RedIAmNot's going to be able to get this hard knockdown post wall break.
Having the 100 here though, and that deflect shield, there it is. The Mappa hunch, it pays off that trade hit with this 5D route after, but the positive bonus from Red didn't get the chance if we wanted to. Burst there. Clone able to secure that wall break and get this round.
I mean, I think it was last week that we were able to see Sly Katari able to topple RedIAmNot on the Slayer. Maybe Clone has it in the tank herself to do the same, but now pushing into the corner, Clone has her back up against the wall, but the Hand of Doom gonna allow us to get out, forcing the burst from RedIAmNot, not wanting to let Clone run away with any momentum at all. Puts ourselves into the corner to try and get the kill, but it doesn't end up working out. The counter hit 2D can allow us to get one step closer from capitalizing on this grand finals reset.
Ooh, and that 5K to stop your approach, trying to slow down this game here. Clone starting off strong with that first round, but Red with some crazy routing is gonna be able to super you through here, catching her out in the air after stopping that round start with just a strong 5K. Nice stuff. Immediately into the gun. Gonna wall break with that level 2 security. One more hit to take it, Ukyo.
Trying to go for that 2H there, but RedIAmNot going to go for the run up, get the 2K, and all the momentum that Clone had going into that final round there just get absolutely cut off. RedIAmNot just going to run up, get that kill, get one game closer from securing this Jeekly 98.
See what we got here. Like I said, man, Red said, hey, it's just another Friday, homie. I'm trying to get that payout, whether it's from winner side, loser side. I'm trying to win this bracket. Going to be up to Clone to break the limit, shatter the sound barrier, and get in here, getting those frames off that 6H. Good stand block there on Red, but then the frame trap after Cloned. Trying to keep that pressure up, the drone to sit you back. The low BT connects, and Red is ready with the link.
And now going in for that JH conversion, has the routing to be able to get that wall stick, gonna fully churn this super, gonna be able to get that wall break, hard knockdown. Clone has the burst, has the tension available to maybe combat something, but doesn't even need it. Has the 5K, this is a great situation to be in, but the 2S is gonna come out. RedIAmNot is going to go on set point. One round separates them from this championship.
Thank y'all for fully claiming those codes. We got a max pot here going to those players. The drone goes away, but Red gets that jump series. Nice challenge there on the BT with the 5K. Clone getting a slash normal after as well. She's got 50 meter here for the mix. Red with a good 2P mash though, keeping you down in the corner. Then the flex shield pushing you in the corner, allowing Clone to get the punish after. Red going to have full meter here on the other side and that burst, but Clone with the hard knockdown.
I mean, almost 100 tension, goes in for the safe jump. This is a great situation to be in if you're Clone. Gonna be able to just use this super map a hunch, guarantee that kill. Clone trying her absolute best to not let RedIAmNot run away with it. / going to come out here, using this 5K into that 6H, trying to gain a little bit of space, but only so much that you can do. RedIAmNot with this reverse hit, the tap dust, gonna be able to get covered. A big counter hit. This is not what you want if you're Clone. Gonna be going through the wall here with that big super, only one hit away, secures separates RedIAmNot from the lion's share of this prize. The guard crush is coming out, going in for that Roman cancel off of that pile bunker. 6K coming in, the burst coming out from RedIAmNot.
And the Mappa hunch forward, eaten by the drone. Red preempting that dandy step at every single step. RedIAmNot from the loser side of the bracket wins this grand finals of the Jeekly 98.
I'm a part of a server called the ANC internship. We try to do this thing where we pair up new fledgling students with mentors and allow these students to be able to get these resources required to grow and learn as a players. I do believe that our signups did just stop for our next ANC internship coming up, but we would love to have you inside of the server if you can. New player experience, whatever it may be, just come on down. We'd love to have conversations in the server. You can find me at Twitter at YukioFGC. I remembered my own I swear. I'm trying to be a little bit more social, trying to get a little bit out there. Going to be trying to start to stream again on Twitch very soon. You can find me there at twitch.tv/YukioFGC. Thank you so much for having me, Jeek.
Man, it's always a pleasure to have you on here, bro. Appreciate you coming on. It's always fun. Guys, make sure that you guys are entering all the affiliated brackets for the road to the top. You see them down there on the bottom of the screen, including ours. They get those points to try to get up into that invitational. Same thing with the weekly Warrior League starting this Sunday with Mr. Bad Guy's Wild Ride. And then one other shout out for y'all guys, exclamation point merch. If you guys want to claim, try to get some of those merch for the Jeek League. And I actually got something big to announce about the Jeek League, guys. So starting next week is the playoffs. Okay? Ready?
Word.
I'm gonna get this into clip size. Starting next week's is the playoffs for the Jeek League, guys. It's going to be running every Tuesday starting from June 16th up to June 30th, where that will be our finals. And on June 30th, the Jeek League Grand Finals will be co-streamed on the Arc System Works official channel with a prize pool contribution thanks to Team Arc Creators. So make sure y'all don't miss that one. Would love to have you. Outside of that, we host Guilty Gear Strive brackets every Friday at 8 p.m. EST. And you got my local at the KM local in Edgewater, Maryland, every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. EST. Would love to have y'all guys. I'm gonna raid somebody here. We'll see what we got here for raiding. Here, I'm gonna throw it Clone's way. Is Clone streaming? Oh, she stopped streaming. Okay, let me see. Who do I got? We'll throw it to Friday Night Fights. Thanks over there hosting this bracket for everybody. Ukio, thanks for coming on again. 10 seconds on the clock. Make sure you guys are supporting our stuff. Make sure you're supporting everybody else's stuff. Keep playing Guilty Gear. Keep hanging out with your friends. Keep learning your matchups. Keep learning new characters. Check out that RoboKai trailer at Evo. Maybe more. We'll see. Outside of that, have a great rest of your weekend, y'all. Peace out.
See ya.